This program is rated MA. It contains adult themes, coarse language, sexual references, and violence.
Friends through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin. Friends forever will be together. We're up top 'cause we play to win. You got a friend in me.
To 500, you trade so ineffectively because the HP is the same.
All right, what's up, everybody? It's Friday. It's Open Comms. We're back. How's it all going? How you guys doing? Starting
Wow,
great.
it's starting off horrible.
Disease,
Uh,
global trade is in the shitter. It's a wonderful day to be alive.
Global trade is in the shit. Well, is it in the shitter for us,
No,
or
it's
is it in
not
the
really
shitter for
shitter.
Europe?
Sucks to be in Europe.
Yeah, it sucks to be in Europe, I think. So, anyone in Europe that's actually awake at this moment, I don't know. I assume it's just gonna keep getting worse and worse. So,
I saw a picture. If we want to kind of talk about that for a second, I saw a picture on of how they dug the Suez, and apparently not only is he like stuck against the sides, is he's like high-sided in that shit too. So they have to physically dig it all the way out, probably about a quarter of the way down the bow of the ship to get it
Yeah.
to get it unstuck.
yeah, I was looking like the what do they call those? It's like the bow, and then under the water they have the big like
Keel.
the keel. Is that what it looks like? The big
Keel
old
line.
ram that's sticking forward. It's like the big rounded. I don't know what those are called.
Yeah.
Well,
Whatever.
But that's
apparently
like that's
the
even
canal-
that's like way up on the sand and everything. So
the channel of the canal is very narrow. Apparently,
You know what they were
50
doing whenever they
bucks
got
for a
stuck,
tank,
right?
Jesus. What's up?
You know what they were doing when they got stuck, right?
playing freaking WoW.
I don't know.
No, they were drawing a dick on the map.
Well, yeah, but aren't those all stops of like actual stops they had to make? I was wondering about that.
I don't know.
You know, human brains are very good at seeing patterns, and we tend to see what we want to see.
Yeah.
So when Bunny looks at the map and he
That's
sees dick,
That's the goal. That's
And I want to believe you. Really, I do. But on the other hand, if you look at the picture, that looks very intentional. Like whenever planes do it, you can see the shape in the sky. Like, oh, I definitely know what that's about to be. I'm just all I'm saying.
yeah. Just look at it. Is he gonna finish? Is he gonna finish?
Well, I'm gonna finish.
Oh.
somebody finished.
Oh. God, I gotta get that sound wave. Why do I not
That
have
sound
that?
effect. God damn it.
Oh.
Which one?
Oh.
Fish.
Oh.
I love that fucking
I wonder
fish.
if I have that actually. I'll have to look for it. But
That was one of the most funniest nights ever. Fucking
Such a
fish.
fantastic fish. What a fish.
yeah,
That
I
thing,
was
man.
I was just playing around with Photoshop
It's literally
earlier.
worth the
I
900
made
whatever.
this. I made this. I'm proud of it. It's that's the Niarja gate during the Triglavian invasion. I'm gonna say is that's that's what really blocked the fucking.
It's
good.
fantastic.
I like
It's literally worth every day. That's fantastic. It's also literally worth every day or every week we join the show or set the show up just to spend the 900 good boy points or whatever you want to call them and fucking make.
Does
the
that make
thinking
that
fish.
permanent for the rest of the show or for an hour or something?
But yeah, I don't know how long it.
I think it's for as long as you're live.
Yep.
Oh hell yeah! What
So,
value? So if we just
thinking
never close
fish.
the stream, that's massive. Right? That's massive value. But
Uh huh. I mean, even then, I have 14,000 points, so 900. 900
yeah,
a
I
week
really
is-
need to
is a
get in
worthwhile
there
investment.
and start looking at ways to like things that we can upgrade. Because as of right now, the choices are kind of lame. So.
Oh my god, it's already starting. What are you doing, step boat?
Oh,
Oh Jesus.
oh
There's
no!
ever
It's,
a
okay, now
time-
it's gonna be a battle. So
If there was
Just-
ever a time to put a fucking the Pornhub sound effect, that would have been it.
oh god, yeah, I'm slipping on my game. Like LB had, man, I'm.
There you go.
Hey, nice. All right. Every time I'm gonna get caught by that one.
Sunglasses don't fit on it.
The one thing I was gonna put up there. If I can copy and paste right. I put that web site in the chat. Today is
Epilepsy.
Epilepsy Awareness Day. God, I forgot the name of that.
Good for you.
So yeah, it's Epilepsy Awareness Day. Scottish Dex was he posted this article out there today on Twitter. So take a read of it. I was just saying.
If I click on it, it's not going to be a strobe light, is it?
I hope
Bro,
not. God, that would be
imagine.
that would be that would be so fucked. Today is
Something like that actually happened. I'm not even kidding. It was oh god, I have to find it now. It was something organized by 4chan years ago.
Oh no.
It was not funny.
No, I mean something like that wouldn't be
Yeah,
funny
he probably
because
wasn't
I was saying earlier. I have a friend that he has epilepsy, and he didn't know until it was like 2 or 3 years ago. He didn't know he had epilepsy, so it was something that he had never come across. And I mean, he's like 31 now or something, 32, and so like that was the first time he encountered it. So I mean, back then he was
Strobe
probably
light
like 20.
triggered it or something?
He wasn't sure what triggered it. I think he was at home or something, and he just collapsed into a seizure out of nowhere. And then he like came out of it. He was like knew what was going on. He called 911 because he didn't know what the fuck was going on. And then like while he was waiting for the ambulance to come over, he had another seizure. And then so he had to go to the hospital, and they eventually diagnosed him that he had epilepsy and all that stuff. And he had to start taking medication. And now it's like he had to wait like 4 months to make sure the medication was gonna work for him and all this other stuff. And like so he
took his
wasn't allowed to
license, didn't he?
drive
Yeah.
for
Yep,
4
took his
months
license.
because it was too much of a danger that because if he had a seizure while he was driving, that could kill him and other people. So it's just all kind, and like obviously with video games he has to play in epilepsy safe mode, and all the games are like, warning, this is flashing lights if you're epileptic. He pretty much just can't play those
So
if they don't have an epilepsy mode.
safe
So-
mode? What is that? Just like it darkens the screen?
It-
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know exactly. I'm assuming like
I've never
any
heard
kind
of
of
that. I didn't know it did
flashing
that. That's
scenes with
amazing.
lots of flashing. I'm assuming it just reduces a lot of that, or I don't know if it's something with the. I don't know a lot about it,
Like a
so this
closed
might be
caption
an
thing,
article
it
that
knows
I
it's
should
coming and
read
it mutes it
as
Yeah,
well.
That's weird. That's cool.
But yeah, I have never played in epilepsy mode, so. What's the testing process for that like? Again, I don't know. He just he gave me the short of it that he's like, yeah, apparently I have epilepsy, and he told me that the seizures were happening. He went to the hospital, and that they told like did some. I don't know. So I could ask him. I think he's actually on Discord, but maybe I'll find out before the end of the show. Yeah. So I mean, it's actually a pretty crazy thing to.
He wants to get out and
That's-
go to the in-laws. He just looks at a strobe light.
Right.
Oh my god.
Build in fucking excuse not to do shit. Yeah, I think it's not too bad.
I mean, it's just imagine that you can't go to raves, you can't go to concerts, you can't go to all kinds of stuff.
Unless you close your eyes and put it like blindfold on, then you can.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying.
Just go to a club blindfolded. Nobody's gonna think it. Actually, nobody. Few people
They
will probably
probably
think it
won't.
was
You're
weird.
right.
Like, yeah, he's into some weird shit.
Eyes
It's,
wide shut parties have never been so lit.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry. I've been home all day today. So.
I hate y'all so much. I'm just thinking of fucking. No, I don't. Why did I think about blind people and orgies? Why? You did this to me.
Oh,
I'm looking that up right now.
I like that, Lolly.
Oh, you disgust me.
We're only 10 minutes in.
Why do I like it though?
you like that?
We're 10 minutes in and we're already at orgies.
You like that?
That's what we. That's what does it for you.
Oh my god, there's got to be a video out there. with a
Bro,
bunch of
how
blind
much
porn
how
people
much
in
money would
rooms
we
to
have
go
to
it.
raise to get Matterall to read 50 Shades of Grey and record it?
Oh my
all
god.
all the money.
Oh man. See, I've never even read that book, or I mean, I don't really read books.
Or
so
have
I-
any desire to.
I would do like an Audible, which would probably be even weirder. But
Have you ever seen the video of Gilbert Gottfried reading sections of it?
no, I did see the video of Gilbert Gottfried reading the lyrics to WAP,
That's
which was kind of funny.
fantastic.
It's on the same level of hilarious.
Yeah.
a
I don't know
college
why
humor
everyone's
video.
like,
I
man,
don't-
this is horrible. Let's get Gilbert Gottfried to read it. Like that's like the go-to.
Just that it
Everyone
makes it
just
better.
instantly thinks of that.
There you go.
No,
Yeah,
that's
and
exactly
it's-
how that
It's
and
like
is.
he's like
you wanna-
macaroni in a pot. this, and like you could see because I don't think he'd ever heard the song. He's like reading, his face is like confused and like, what the fuck is it? He's like,
He's
"Mark,"
Gilbert Gottfried.
he's like, this pussy is
that?
wet. And he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, amazing.
God,
Oh my
it was terrible. It was a.
With the big Mack truck.
This little garage.
Oh man, just kids would be like, Iago, why is he saying this stuff?
Oh
Kids
my
today
god.
don't know who
I
Iago
forgot he
is.
was Iago.
Yeah.
No. You've ruined that.
Dude,
for
someone
me.
should take like an animated clip of Iago and then put the recording
Oh my
of
god, that would be
him
so
reading
easy
whack
to do.
over it. That
That would be so
That'd be
fucking
so
easy to
easy to
do.
do.
Project
Holy
accepted.
shit.
I can do that this
Downloading
week.
Aladdin right now. I'm pirating it.
Dude, don't you have Disney Plus?
Oh yeah, I can just
Yeah.
download it from there.
Well, wait, you can download it? I thought
No,
you rip
duh.
it. Yeah, I don't know. You know how to do video stuff.
So here's how old I am. We own Aladdin on VHS.
Do you own a VCR to play it in?
No,
Then what the fuck? Throw that tape out. Who cares?
I don't know. They're in a box in the basement.
Actually, you could probably sell it to Walmart for $5, and they'll put it in their $2 bin.
I could probably do that actually.
What? Who does that?
Who wouldn't? Well, if I could, I would.
Nobody does, Drayden. Don't worry about it. Welcome to the show, everybody, where we talk about EVE Online.
Yes. Hey, we mentioned actually nothing about Eve so far.
Not yet, but there's a lot to talk about.
Should
so
we
we'll get
start?
We can,
To it. Nah,
but would we?
I wasn't ready.
Should we?
Should
So-
we?
Our
Gilbert Gottfried
scientists
or-
were so concerned with whether or not they could.
Or Kermit the
Um,
Frog reading 50 Shades of Grey.
1992. Yeah, that is old. The real quick, Friendship Week. Well, let's get into Eve talk. It's Friendship Week. I believe the main thing with Friendship Week is you can get a discount, 50% off, 12 months of game time. And that's that. That's the Friendship Week.
Do you get a complimentary friendship?
I don't believe so.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
It's just here's a year of game time. Hopefully you stay.
Oh,
long.
is that all you get?
That's all you get. You prepay for it, so it's
Like a friendship. It's called the friendship. You know, you can only fit a festival launchers. It's only got a firework bay. Totally not abusable at all.
yeah, Skyhawk, we'll get there. But yeah, so the thing that always gets me on those things is like, buy this and get double training speed, and my mind is thinking, because I don't think in alpha waves.
Yeah, that makes
Every
it
time I
makes it
hear like double
sound-
training, I'm like, oh man, like
so
get
it makes
way
it sound
better
like
training.
alpha speed is the default when we are used to our current speed as
Right.
being the default.
yeah. So when I see double training, I'm thinking like, holy shit, a year of like double XP. That's pretty fucking good. But no, it's a year of Omega XP. So that's how they get you. It sounds
I thought
like a
double
great
training was
deal.
like
It
you
ends up being
take
just
two
what you're
characters
used
at
to.
one time.
But okay, let me. No, what were you gonna say?
Nothing. It's not important.
All right. With that being said, I mean, we could just dive into the industry
That's
stuff.
perfect. With it not being that important, let's talk about Eve.
Yeah, I mean that's there's not a whole
That's a good
lot to
segue.
break down on that, so it's just more
It's
of a
Friendship
mention.
Week. You get discounts on sub time.
Like people. End of story.
Having friends is nice. Wouldn't that be nice to have friends, guys?
Wouldn't know.
I have never
Friends
had
and
that.
something. I don't have the song, but
I just think it would be cool to have friends.
Good concept.
I need more monitors. I've noticed that.
Fuck
I'll sell you
friends. I need more monitors.
Like I'm
You
telling
can
you,
do
like
everything. You can do everything on one monitor. It's fine.
you could, but man, I have two monitors with eight windows open on each one, and I'm still trying to like move stuff around. Anyway,
You got a lot of stuff open.
I got OBS, I got Discord, I got multiple browsers,
Well, that's to be at least 24.
got TeamSpeak,
60 things.
I got lots of stuff.
So about them industry changes.
Yeah, I was just saying. Okay, I finally got around to
That's-
posting
That's
the
that's the big biscuit.
yeah. So we got the I posted it in the chat. That's for the industry update. If you
I
can
have
open
a-
that. See
So
I have a
has everybody
Discord.
read through this? Do this update? Have you
I
guys read through it?
did not get again. I didn't get into the What do you call it? What does it want me to?
The meat and or potatoes about it.
I
I
don't,
don't
I
have
don't know
Office.
where you're
Why
going
do
with
they
that,
have
sorry.
to have like a spreadsheet download? Why can't
I like the
Why
spreadsheet.
can't I
It's
just
good
open it
information
in a browser?
It's a spreadsheet. It's a,
Yeah,
There's
we need
12
Dunk in here.
Yeah.
Is Dunk, sir? Are you in the chat?
I don't think he's there yet. I
Can the
sent him a
real,
message.
Dunk,
can the
if
real
you're
Dunk
here-
Tinkle play stand up?
We need you. Don't let four idiots come on here and talk about industry like we know what we're talking about.
I won't
We-
attempt to
hey, I
tackle
talked
the
for like 2
industry
hours
and
with
tell
Matt on
you.
it, guys, and learned it all.
I
Yeah,
won't.
talk-
I won't talk like I can actually
Educate us.
pretend to know what it means, but I will tell you what I read from. I sit in a Discord with a whole bunch of FC type people, and where people who used to FC. There's a lot of like AFK nerds in here, but I watched a specific FC from a particular alliance melt the fuck down about how they're trying to kill content and how it'll be the death of the game, etc., etc.
I think these
So-
are good changes. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
I just don't like how it makes caps so expensive. And I'm reading this now on Reddit, which is already a bad idea in itself. I much preferred, earlier in the week whenever Reddit wasn't a thing. Oh dear. But why are they adding PI as a requirement to build T1 ships? That was the best part about T1 ships is you didn't need reactor shit or PI to build them. But now apparently that's a requirement.
Yeah, and they're talking about reactions, so it's gonna like Moongu and Tech One ships, I believe, is gonna be a thing.
Yeah, that was the linchpin for
Gases.
between Tech 1 and Tech 2 is for Tech 2 you had to do certain reactions between Moongu to get, Munins and Eagles and shit like that. It's like, all right, well that makes sense because they're, a higher tech level. But for battleships, it literally just made of different minerals melted together in the form of a battleship mold, I guess. I don't know. And then you get a fucking battleship, and now there's all this PI that goes into it. You want to know how much PI I've ever done in my entire EVE career? I have the Prime A, if anybody was around for that. That shitty Noctis that they gave out when they introduced the mechanic. You may remember that thing?
Yeah, I remember.
It was like the PI ship before they gave stuff PI bays on haulers. Anyway,
I never used it,
that's
no.
that's the extent of all of the PI I've ever done. Is I flew the ship around in like two systems, and that was it.
I dabbled in some basic PI, just more out of a curiosity of like enjoying just
I'm
putting things on planets, and it was more like just a Sim City in Eve type of thing. And then I got bored
I'm
of that very
shocked I
quickly.
remembered the name of that ship now that I'm thinking about it.
I don't even think I ever knew what ship that was.
Oh, it's the same. It's the same hole as the
The Noctis.
Noctis. Yeah. I
Yeah,
got a
it
couple of
requires
them
a
left.
big-
I
yeah.
still have
Because
a couple.
the phrase prima noctis means
Yeah.
something in Latin. I can't remember what it is.
King gets to have sex with
Noctis
the
is
new brides
night, I believe.
on their
So
wedding night.
No, Noctis is not night.
what?
No, Noctis isn't.
No,
Noctis was.
Oh,
Noctum. 'Cause Carpe
I'm
Noctis
thinking
is
Noct
night.
in German is night.
Yeah.
So a little different.
I don't think the FC is a crybaby. The dude's pretty. Ugh. I hope whoever this is doesn't realize who I'm talking about. But the dude's pretty intelligent whenever it comes to stuff like that, since he runs an alliance that doesn't get to, absorb all the PI and all that jazz. But like, if you're talking about it just in build costs, a couple of the dudes in NC were talking about the cost of Ragnarok sits at 220 billion ISK now. Well, after the change, of course. So I'm not exactly a huge fan of that. I enjoy the watching of Titans blow up. I think it's very pretty. Doomsdays are very pretty. I think it's a cool mechanic, all that jazz. So seeing less Titans because they're now almost as expensive as a Keepstar is a little bit ridiculous.
So with the battleships,
I don't care about what they cost 10 years ago.
faction and Navy ships are the only ones that have the additional type products.
They got way too cheap because it was the. Why am I talking to chat? You think I'd learn by now?
I mean,
The point is they're putting in too much ISK sync for like. We always have this discussion about why people actually fight, and it's not because of resources. Like,
That's what I was wondering. Is this a scarcity thing?
Yeah, it feels like a scarcity thing. It feels like they add yet another material sink in to now have to wage war. So like in the middle of this war, you're like they nerfed hacks already. Cool. So now we're finally getting to a point where you can start to see battleships a little bit more commonly. They're still not great, but you can start to see them. And now you have to pay in with PI and fucking and Moon-Goo. Like this. There's nobody will ever fight over resources. The difference it's not the way we fight wars in Eve. No one's ever looked at a resource-rich area. Pravi, perfect example. Tell me why Pravi lived in Pravi for so long, whenever that is the worst region in all of Eve. Prior
had to fight for it.
Prior to the second moon change.
People let them live there?
The point is they never tried to move out. There's plenty of other regions they could have taken that was way more bountiful. You know what I mean? No one can fight if they can't afford to fight. Was my point.
Yeah, but could these changes not have anything to do with fighting? And in all honesty, if you look at it, maybe these are just changes made to make an industry different and more engaging for people who like that aspect of the game.
Right. But there's a way to do column A without fucking up column B.
But they've never been able to do that before.
Well,
so
I'm
maybe this
wondering-
is
You're
just
right.
column B, you know.
If there are bottlenecks, I mean, way back before they did the moon redistribution, all that stuff, and you had tech up in the north, and Declan was, that Goons had Declan,
But way back,
and they had the
Technadium
tech.
thing, yeah.
Well, and it wasn't just Goons. Wasn't it the Dot Bros Coalition too? Like, wasn't there the OTEC agreement?
Yeah,
going
before
on?
the most way back, there was the Technadium. It was only found in a certain area.
Yeah, OTEC.
One group controlled it, and OTEC. There you go.
So I'm just wondering. I mean, no one really fought them for that region because I don't think anyone could. But if
there
someone
was fights
could
for it.
have, the only group that could was in the OTEC agreement, and they both were profiting off that. So there wasn't any reason for them to oust each other until they did.
Now, I'm very rusty on my Eve history, but I'm pretty sure OTEC wasn't necessarily a military alliance. I am probably so wrong about this, but I was pretty sure it was a means to control technetium.
Yeah, I think it's more of like
profit.
what TTT is.
I think it was a market
It was-
venture. I don't think
yeah.
it was an alliance of any
Well, I think it
sort.
was multiple
It
alliances.
didn't have
working
anything in there
together
as
to
far as
control. I
like
think
there
you're
wasn't
right,
any
yeah.
kind of nip anything in there with it.
Because like
it was
that
just
was
purely
you're
with
talking
like
about, you're talking about
preventing
an
other groups from,
entirely
like, dumping-
different set of mechanics, right? Because that was back whenever
Aaron
you could
Rod's
have
right. It's a Moon-Goo version of TTT.
yeah, essentially.
Okay. Yeah, so it's,
That
it's
was-
just
yeah, that was
keeping
just
people
to
from
basically
dumping
set-
hordes of tech on the
Yeah.
market. They wanted to keep it trickling.
And
'Cause-
obviously the cartel had enough control over it that Eve changed CCP changed the game to make that not a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Is it though? Is that the reason they changed the game?
I can't imagine there would be any other reason why they would change those moon materials because all they did the first time was move them
Because OTEC died
because they moved all the material
way
first.
before they changed to active moon mining.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking.
It,
Yeah, you're
it
right.
died
But
with
they
the
changed
whole-
where the moon stuff was. They did a rebalance, but a redistribution of all the moon material twice. Since
Well,
I've been playing the game. So.
OTEC died because they. Ooh, we're about to get in an area, but I don't know. So Technetium died as a as the most valuable income source for major alliances. Whenever, shoot, buddy. I think it's T3s came out. I might be wrong though. So basically, the next tier of Moon-Goo came up. So Tech was on R34, R32. 32s were the cream of the crop. That was the best that you would ever want to get. And then they made something that takes R64s, Promethium,
Technadium,
thought,
Dysprosium,
no,
and,
Technetium is a
I
32.
thought
God,
the OTEC was
talking
still
about
going
this
when-
makes me feel all the way retarded. I'm not
I
gonna
thought
lie.
Technadium. Okay. Well, they moved shit around. You're right. So
Yeah.
They moved shit around. Then they changed it to where R64s were the most valuable based
Yeah.
on how they
Oh,
changed
alchemy,
stuff, yeah.
alchemy. That's what it was. Because I was gonna say R64s were around when I was early in the game.
They
and
were,
the
but
OTEC
the-
was still
the
going on.
most
R64s were
valuable-
there.
The most valuable thing was R32. He's right.
Yeah, see, this
Well,
is
the
why.
R64s were there, but the R32 was bottlenecked because they made the bottleneck. I think
Everything took that one.
everything took it, and they
This is
controlled
why-
it. But the alchemy, that's so Archibald, I think, is correct in chat. When they made alchemy to where you can get technetium without having to mine technetium off of a moon, that allowed everyone else in the game to make. Now it wasn't as efficient, but they could make their own technetium without having
When
to
did they
pay
do
the
that?
high prices that were. What was
When was that?
that? Was
When did they-
Alchemy.
The alchemy
was that?
thing
I don't know when it was, but I think it was
it was shortly before.
2014-ish.
It was shortly before CFC invaded Test.
I think it was
That's what I'm trying
Whenever
to
that
remember when
was.
it was.
I don't know if
It
it's
was
Billy should know
2013,
when that was.
2014, somewhere around there, give or
Okay.
take.
I just
is
couldn't
when I think
remember when it
Alchemy
was.
came out.
Regardless.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
you
why
can-
I'm
you can
not
take-
an industry director. If anybody was ever curious,
I
'cause have
didn't
no
really
idea
do
what I'm
much
talking about.
moons. I basically, I did have like a little reaction farm, but I was basically taking, I just import goo, the shit goo, and then make slightly better goo and export it. That's basically all I did.
Thulium. That was the one I was thinking of. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thulium, the
it
other
made a little-
64?
Thulium.
I thought there was 364s. I couldn't remember what the other.
Thulium, neodymium,
Yep.
dysprosium, and
Neo.
promethium.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Is it Thule?
I had a Neo Moon for like 2 weeks. It was fantastic. Made no money. I lost-
Thulium,
I think I made,
dysprosium, neodymium, and promethium. That's the.
That's what I just said.
I don't think I made any money on that moon. I think I had it for like 2 weeks, and then someone hit it and reinforced it and killed it. And I think I made my money back on setting up the tower. And that was it.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't want to do like the whole moon mining shit because it was just because I was helping my corporation do that for a while, but it was like, okay, you got to jump to this system and then fuel that tower, pull the stuff out, switch these
I had
products, and then you got to bring
32
those products and jump over to this system. And it was like it took all fucking day to do that, and we didn't
No,
even
it
have that
didn't.
big of a reaction.
I had
thing.
32. I had 32 reaction towers. I had 16 pairs. They used to run. It was about 7 minutes every 3 days.
Yeah. So what I did, I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy a bunch of R4 garbage moons, and just
That's a
all
good
in the
idea.
same system, and I'm just gonna do reactions, import base ends, export higher ends, and it didn't make as much money as mining your own moons, but you know what? Once a week, I would spend an hour handling my moons, and then maybe like another hour go into GDA
Yeah, that's-
with my
that's
jump
how I did
freighter,
it
and that's
too.
it. So like 2 hours a week. And it would make
That's
me
how I
about
did
$1.5
too.
billion a month. And I was like, that's all I need, because that's enough to buy all the shit I need to fly. So
But the R4 is a way to do it because you do need silicates and other crap every once in a while for some of them, right? You just import the expensive shit, you make your stuff and sell it. I made billions doing it. It's fucking easy.
My
It didn't take 2
My-
hours either. It was,
my heyday of the whole moon mining on passes was whenever I was in the OSS and everybody was fighting over cadmium, because I think cadmium makes T3 destroyers. And so it, like you could get CAD for like it was like 13K to sell it, which was ridiculous for an R16. I think
16,
CAD is a 16.
16, yeah.
So that was always fun, as people were actually having really bloody fights over cadmium moons because they were kind of worth it. But you had small towers on them, so wiping them out was kind of easy. We throw like 4 or 5
you-
dreads on
you-
each tower and kill 6 at a time.
Bringing that up, actually, it's a good point. They used to fight over resources. We don't anymore.
We fought over it just because it was free
It was
money.
done well,
It's
that's
not the
fighting over
same
resource
now.
though. We don't. No one does that anymore.
yeah, I was there were fights
Maybe that's
over
what they're trying to get
R64
back
moons and
to.
R32 moons constantly. There's always passes being sieged and stuff. So
The mechanics for the industry, I don't think are changing, except for maybe like how some of the ships acquire it. Like I said, this is why I'm not an industry detractor. We can only really take blind stabs in the dark about what the intent was or what's changing. But it's basically the reason people fought over R64s and R32s is because the amount of work that it took to harvest what was essentially what was a 64, how much a month? Like it was like $2 or $3 billion a month, wasn't it? Like something obscene that you could get for no effort whatsoever. You just got to put gas in it every now and again, and then you'd be done.
Yeah, but that's fighting over resource.
Well,
It used
It
to happen.
is.
It doesn't
Hey,
anymore.
look, the man is in chat.
oh,
The
thank fucking
man
Christ.
is
yeah,
here.
I did get a hold. He
Dunk,
finished up some dinner,
Please
so
save us.
What's up,
save
Dunk?
us, Dunk.
we are analyzing shit that is above our heads.
Oh,
Way
thank God.
above our pay grades.
No,
I
we
can
could
feel
we
the
could BS
headache
with everyone.
starting.
Hello, do you copy?
Hey, what's up, Doc?
Yeah.
Well, happy Friday, everyone.
Happy
Yeah,
Friday.
Happy Friday to you, sir.
So
So it was a long week for me. We had reorg and layoffs at work, so I was in conversations with
sucks.
people
Oh,
all week. So I haven't, I didn't get to spend my entire day poring over spreadsheets, which is what I would have wanted to do.
I apparently can't even open them. I tried to open them and it's like I don't have Office. I don't have any spreadsheet program and it won't let me open them in Google Docs. And so it's just trying to make me it opens it in WinRAR, which apparently is not free, by the way, guys. You have to pay for WinRAR.
Oh yeah, I paid
Yeah.
for that years ago.
Yeah, and then I try to open it and like extract some shit, nothing. it's
So
not working,
Dunk, tell us if these industry updates are good or bad, because we don't know until somebody smarter than us tells us.
Yeah, God knows I have no fucking idea what I'm
I
talking
think
about.
I know they're good.
Well, it it depends on who you are and where you are on the food chain of things, right? So again, I need to really look into it. I was chatting with a bunch of other industry people today, but it's gigantic. It's super complex. It's really too early to make a serious judgment on it. On the like, what is the long term effect? I think a couple things are clear. Um, the price of supers and titans is gonna, if not triple, quadruple, like the changes are really significant when you do the math. So whether that's good or bad, there'll be opinions on it, but that price is going up. So there's going to be the haves and have-nots. I think it gets in some ways more complex for industry people because it seems like they're adding more intermediate and composite materials, more basically the equivalent of T2 components, and they're definitely adding more uses for wormhole gases. So again, it's not super tough if you can operate, if you have, multiple billions in capital to kind of invest here and move there. But for the casual person, it just gets a lot tougher.
Well, with some of the gases, because what is the? Oh, it's something Sarosin or something gas that's going to be going into some of these ships. They were mentioning in this in the article that it's going to be brought into low sec and some null sec systems, so it's not going to be a wormhole only gas anymore.
Yeah, there's gases you get in null, and it's just again
Mitosaracin, that's what it is.
you need to get the details right, because like one thing about gases is they're very large to move, and so again, moving assets is really tough to do, or moving large things. Like we don't move moon ore very far. Moon ore doesn't make its way to Jita or Amar, and so the gases, it's going to raise the amount of gases you have to move. So it's super complex. I don't know that it really gives new industry people a big leg up, because I think there's some things you don't need null sec minerals for now, but it doesn't radically change the game for new people. In fact, I think it makes it that a lot of the T1 stuff is even simpler to build, and so the price of it for big manufacturers is going to plummet even more. So we need like a weekend to do all the spreadsheets, but I think the biggest effect is faction battleships are going to be tougher to build, probably more expensive. Faction everything's more complex, and then the super capitals that I don't know, the rough math, a 200 billion Titan, like, is that good or bad for the
is what
game?
we were looking at for Ragnaroks anyway.
And that's just a hull.
Yep, that's just the hull.
Damn. So I mean, that kind of is that going to be bringing the price point up to a point where people are just going to refuse to, like, they're not even worth building because no one's going to want to buy them. I assume that people are still going to buy them because they're powerful, but I mean, is that going to, because like, obviously the goal they were saying is to like tackle super what do you call it? Not inflation, proliferation. Sorry, they're trying to tackle proliferation. Is that actually going to happen with the massive price increases, or are people still going to buy these things?
I have a point on that if he's going to talk first.
To be honest, I don't really know. Like, I got a Titan. I can afford to buy things, but I don't use it willy nilly. Like for me, a Titan is bridging fleet support, and then when it's like the all out ULAX or M2 battles, that's when my Titan goes into combat. I don't use it on a very regular basis. So to me, that commitment doesn't change. Like I'll use it in the war, but I'm not going to YOLO it. And I think it's really, are we going to see Titans YOLO or be seen singly coming in where they could get caught? Like, I just don't know. I mean, it's the equivalent of what a Vendetta, or not a Vendetta or Revenant. I mean, this is big ISK, and this is even bigger ISK now. So I think we may see them used less in YOLO situations, but I don't think it stops a war. Like, people are still going to want to do it.
So for Titans and Supers, whenever you fight Titan versus Titan, or whenever you want to use your Titans, like as on an alliance level, I can't really speak to the dudes who drop them solo and then Doomsday Rorks or whatever else you would else people use Titans for. But whenever you try to use them in combat, it's a game of math, right? Because it's a big asset. it doesn't move very much once it's fielded. And whatever you're dropping on, if you're willing to accept some sort of trade, right, you want to effectively trade even, because that's just how it works. You're not gonna, like, 9 times out of 10, if you're committing Titans against Titans, they're not catching reps, so you're going to lose them. And now you're looking at, we're already in a point where, say, take M2 for example. M2 was one of those fights where it wasn't just Doomsdays that inflicted a lot of damage. It was you had Titans getting gunned down under Titan guns. It was is kind of a new concept since that was really a large fight under the reduced EHP numbers. But now you're looking at a point where, like, I want to commit my Titans, but I'm looking at 220 bill per hull if I don't have a somewhat established stockpile, and you get your Titans dread bombed. Now you're trading 4 or 5, 6 in some cases billion ISK dreads for 220 billion ISK Titans, and it's just not effective. You're taking a way larger loss. So I think you're going to see except for in the cases where it's absolutely necessary that I have to commit this strategic asset right here, it'd be a hard call, because I would very much hate to be the one who has to replace any hulls that are lost.
So does that give an advantage then to the people that already have massive stockpiles of supers then? Because they are.
Absolutely.
I mean, because
it's always going to give stuff. So whenever you change stuff like this, whoever has to build up behind the change is always going to be at a disadvantage. Because I have an alliance, and I have, even if it's not a lot, like 25 Erebuses, right, that I want to SRP from, and you have no Erebuses that you can SRP from, and we get into a Titan fight and lose the same amount of Titans. I'm reimbursing 75, 80, 90 billion ISK Titans. You are reimbursing 220 billion ISK ships. It's just, like, if you already have the established stockpile or somewhat of a stockpile set up, then you're coming out ahead. I don't envy whoever has to build on the back end of this. If it turns out, like Dunk said, though, I'm not. We still have a lot more to see how this looks in the next little while. So.
Yeah, so
you may still see. I want to address. You may still see new alliances field Titans, because it all depends on the circumstances of when you commit the assets. It's not, so you can still commit supers and Titans now, and still take no losses if you do it if you commit them in smart places, right? It's possible, but if you just YOLO your shit out, you're gonna take heavy losses. So I don't think it'll stop new alliances from fielding Titans. I think it'll stop new alliances from replacing them easily, because you're talking about, that's a lot of fucking. It's a keep star almost. It's 2/3 of a keep star to replace a Titan. Yeah, I think you see a lot more risk aversion on the tail end of this if this pushes Titan and super carrier costs way up like it's expected to.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, because you're saying, like, obviously there's an advantage for the people that already have massive fleets of these things. So that's, the whole umbrella thing or force projection, that may have been limited by, the what do you call it, the fatigue and stuff. But at the same time, if you have this massive advantage and you could potentially start bullying people around, I mean, I don't know, does that stop the? Because I mean, that's not going to allow new alliances to come up and get up in the, I don't know, we call it the game.
Yeah, definitely it separates things, right? Like the before and the after. But, like, if anybody's listening and you've got the capital to go buy a super today or a Titan today, and the prices haven't been jacked up, if they're the prices from yesterday, I would buy it right now, because a super is going to be 50 billion going forward. And if you can pick one up for 20, that's huge, even if you just buy it as an investment. So I expect super production to go into warp speed right now to get all the builds in play before the changes happen, because after it, you're not going to be able to build them as cheap. It's the people who have money, I mean, today I came home from work, logged on and said, oh, I think I'll pick up that hell for 19.5. And it's going to be 45.50 in 2 months. So I had 20 bill laying around, and it doesn't really hurt me. So I'm going to make a whole bunch of ISK. Most players can't do that. So if you can, now's the time. But again, the rich get richer in this game.
Yeah, stonks.
It's I'm very hesitant to look. I don't play in abundance that much anymore, not as much as I had in the past. But I very much I'm curious what because on the other side of this, you have an issue where your Titans and Supers may still get more expensive. You still need to use them to kill Keepstars because it's still the most effective way to do it, unless you're just ready to shit out, multiple trillions of ISK in subcaps to do it, which, I mean, still not very feasible. You know what I mean? So I think you'll see in the cases where people have to field them, you're just gonna see hilarious amounts of ISK lost.
The real quick, Akrath was asking when this. Do we know when it's rolling out? Early,
middle of April, right?
Yeah, early April. They're gonna roll out the blueprints and the components and what is it, reactions and stuff. So, and then later April is when the actual full update comes out, when you can actually start production, or when it changes production. Sorry.
This will actually be kind of interesting. I'm curious if how people always joke that time is a flat circle, or if not joke that time is a flat circle. You think way back when alliances that had small numbers of high skilled pilots that could utilize these hulls, like PL or whoever else back then did it, might be able to afford to replace these ships, whereas larger alliances made of lower players that don't make necessarily as much money. I'm curious if you see us go back to an age where smaller but richer alliances just dick swing their supers a lot more, or maybe not because they're just not as tanky. It'd be like the next 2 months are going to be very odd, very interesting place, especially since we're still in the middle of the Goon War. It's not going to end anytime soon. It is absolutely not going to end before this industry change
I didn't
hits.
check if they actually went down. There's a couple Keepstar kills supposedly today. Didn't see if that actually happened. or not.
2, I think.
Yeah, 2.
I mean,
I was at work. I couldn't make it. But
I didn't have internet, so
did you just get back to internet? Man,
yeah, about 5 o'clock.
I've had 3 sips and I sound like I'm drunk. But you just got it back today, didn't you?
Yeah, it's been all week. It's been out. Apparently, they were doing leak tests, and somehow they fucking broke the node at the pole, and they couldn't figure out that that's what they'd done.
I think that's what
I guess they figured it out yesterday, and then had come back today to fix it. So I was home all day today.
I just want to say
not sober.
that whole industry discussion, it was surreal being on open comms and having people wait their turn to speak.
Shut up, man.
It was like, where the hell am I? We're having an actual coherent, sane discussion about industry of all things on the open comms show. It did not feel real.
The craziest part about it is, and we were having that discussion or attempting to have that discussion before we had anybody who had any fucking idea of what they were talking about, and it still sounded somewhat convincing.
It's like we're becoming a real Eve podcast.
I'm gonna have to change that.
Man, what have we done?
This is bizarre.
The real
We're
open
gonna have
comms.
to have like an existential
real
crisis or
open
something soon.
comms.
Just start screaming.
Hold up.
Freedom boys, hey, hold up, never mind. But
Well, I think the big thing is this is so complex. There's so many moving parts and all the different pieces and all this kind of stuff that I think the key thing that I'm hoping CCP can do is to iterate on this more rapidly than they tend to iterate on some of these big changes, because
I'd like to see him
there's
finish
gonna
it.
there's
I
gonna
think
be
it's time we all do some shots.
there's gonna be holes.
Yeah, we just.
My hope is, to me, it felt over the years that they never finish any of the big projects they start. I hope this was one I think that they can finish it. Maybe it'll be great.
I
Maybe
saw
just
somebody
finish it.
put in another Discord that they should just put all these new materials that people need to build this stuff in that new region that everybody hates to talk about, the Triglavian one.
I always want to say Pochfin. Everyone says it's Pochfin. I hate that.
Who
I want it
cares?
to be Pochfin.
Nobody flies there. The only thing that happens there is people lose absurdly expensive routing trips to the NPCs.
I'll do a shot.
I've seen it on the
We'll do
map
shots
before,
to,
but that's the closest I've gotten.
Oh, we're supposed to say hi to Elby. Shots to Elby.
Hey, Elby.
Shots to LB.
Doing work overseas.
can't possibly be
Oh
watching
shit,
this.
Elby's in Europe. They're not gonna get any shipments to him. He's already
Oh,
living in a
fuck.
tent.
He
Fuck.
can. He can
Everyone,
still
send
watch
Elby
the
a care
show.
package.
Wait a
It's not
minute.
like they need to ship internet to him.
Well, that and he's in Eastern
don't
Europe.
think it
There's
would go
other
through the
ways
Suez
to get
Canal
to
anyway.
Eastern Europe.
And, but
It's like the
probably goes
Suez.
across
Just a
Atlantic.
bunch of fat
Imagine-
cables laying
ima-
across the Suez Canal.
no, but he's not getting anything from Asia. Where's he gonna get
The
his
ship
hentai
just
from?
cuts the line in half.
Elby doesn't strike me as a hentai man.
No, I just.
Oh my god.
That is a that is. I have no facts to base that assumption on, but
Mrs. Elby, thoughts?
Where
Let's-
did this come from? Wait,
let's-
No,
how did we
it
get on this?
was a no. That it was. It's an inside joke, I guess, because in the
petition and name the new region
yeah,
poggers.
it was
by
in
the way.
our Discord. There was a picture someone that I saw somewhere of like it was a bunch of soldiers and there was a big weapons crate, but on the side it was labeled hentai, and I would like send a thing to LB. I'm
I
like,
saw that one too.
I was like, hey, are they sending you the essentials over there? Because these guys got it. So he's like, no, man. He's like, no, we have to buy our own waifus over here. So yeah, so that's where that came from. Now everyone's in the know of the joke. So
Okay. God. Okay, it makes much more sense.
Mannix over here like,
like,
dude, like
where
I'm
is this
I'm-
coming from?
He's like, I'm very disturbed that you think that's a necessity. Oh shit, where were we? Sorry,
we did 2 shots just now.
2.
So we said twice, yeah.
Oh, all
Right,
right.
are you on your first? I've been
Yeah.
sipping this twisted tea since we
I got
started.
new whiskey today. I don't know. I've never used to like whiskey unless it was
What is
mixed
it?
with like But now I've gotten in this whole habit of like, I mean, I just sip on like a glass or two on Fridays for the show. That's it.
Yeah.
But so like one bottle will last me like 3 months. But I just finished the last one. So every time I go there, I get one I've never had before. This is a
Woodford, yeah. that's
Woodford
good.
Reserve. Now they made a Kentucky Straight bourbon whiskey. That's what this is, and then they made a Kentucky Straight rye whiskey. I didn't want.
I think
that.
if you live there, you think it's Kentucky too.
Do
Kentucky. Actually, I think I've been through the little weird tip, the little like mouth looking tip of Kentucky. I've been through that part.
My brother lives in Louisville. So.
check out Pendleton whiskey if you haven't already.
That's
It's really
actually my favorite whiskey. I like it. It's
It's a
really
good one.
smooth.
Yeah.
That is the one that I know that I like. But there's been a few others. The Slipknot whiskey is probably my second favorite, surprisingly.
Is it made by Slipknot?
Yeah, well, one
No,
of the
it's
guys.
a distillery in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
in
that's just
Iowa.
the
Well, I
name.
mean, Slipknot is from Iowa. No, it's actually Slipknot whiskey because
But I
he
mean,
started it.
one of the percussionists
did
from
the band
Slipknot.
create the distillery and
No, they didn't make
No,
the
but
distillery.
one of the
They
bandmates did
commissioned the
help with the
distillery to make a
recipe,
whiskey
yeah.
for them. The Sean
Okay.
Cohen, the guy the clown mask guy from Slipknot, it's
Sure.
his whiskey. Well,
okay.
he's the one that started the.
When you said Slipknot whiskey, I think
I just
of,
call it Slipknot whiskey because the
well,
guy from
I mean,
Slipknot.
I had this
commissioned
image
it.
in my mind of like Kiss whiskey because Kiss puts their brand on fucking everything.
That exists.
Kiss has their own whiskey? Are
Yeah,
you shitting me?
No, I swear to God, they sold them
Of
in,
course, I shouldn't be surprised. Oh
in,
my god.
like the bottles look like the characters. So like a
Oh,
Gene Simmons
Jesus
bottle,
Christ.
there was a
yeah,
yeah.
okay. This
Paul
does
Stanley
not,
bottle. That they
doesn't
existed.
surprise me.
But yeah, no, I was surprised. It's a pretty smooth, mellow, not like super potent. So I mean, I think I did a tasting thing on the show like 2 years ago or something, and it was a thing where
I think it's 92 proof. I think it is more potent than normal whiskey.
I thought most
What
whiskeys
is?
were like 100.
80 proof.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I tasted it. I was like, I like it. People that like the really strong rye tasting whiskeys might not like it because they might be like, it's bland. But so if you like the more mellow whiskeys, like a Pendleton or like something like that, then you would actually like this whiskey. And they actually brought the price down. The initial
Cedar
batch,
Ridge Distillery is the name that makes it.
yeah.
They make a good bourbon.
Yeah, the initial batch they made, I bought into, and it was way overpriced. It was like a fifth of it was like $75, and it was like $20 for shipping. So I spent like $100 on a fifth of whiskey.
You spend $100 on a label.
I basically did, but it was like I
It's a
like
Slipknot
I
on it.
like
It's cool.
Slipknot, so
Yeah,
I was
I
like I
agree,
got
yeah.
it. But now it's down to like it's like $40 for a fifth, and I think the shipping is cheaper.
I'm gonna bring one to you.
Maybe
for
not
the-
nowadays.
to
so-
Vegas. I'll bring one to you.
Can
Oh,
we?
nice.
I just remembered. Can we talk about the Spawn Together Able Gamers charity results?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it got
What do you
over
mean, no,
10,000.
Dom?
Dom.
Oh, I thought
Uh,
that was a Matterall sounding port. I was like, damn.
Yeah, the 5,000 mark was reached.
Oh yeah.
So I don't own clippers. I gotta buy one. We'll have to do it next weekend.
So you
Yeah.
and Redline are shaving your heads.
Probably just me.
I saw
Okay.
Redline was on Lasers and I didn't watch the whole. I didn't get to catch the show. I got to watch the
Yeah,
VOD,
he was
but
on last night.
I saw
that's
that
right.
Redline was on camera on Lasers and Lays.
What?
I'm pretty sure. Although I saw a
He'll go-
snapshot, it was
he'll
like
go on
he
camera
had his
for any
hands
show
over
but
his
his
face.
own.
So, I thought
So
I was
anyway,
sitting there. I was thinking he was gonna shave his head.
the charity the initial goal for the Stream Fleet team was $1,000, and I think it reached it before the charity drive even started.
We hit the 1,000 on this show last week, but it was at like $960 something when we
And
started.
then
Okay.
So
we jumped
yeah.
it to what?
and I guess technically our show was
2,200?
like the start of the streaming drive. So
Oh yeah,
we
'cause
just had to
Redline
raise
gave
like $30
$1,000 on the show.
So,
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
he did. Yeah.
So
Yeah, so basically-
Quite a few open comms people also gave 69 increments of $69.
Increments of
Yeah.
69,
I did.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah,
Nice.
so Rain had to keep going in
Charity?
and
Nice.
upping the goal because it kept getting hit throughout the weekend. It was really cool to see. And
Yeah.
so the current goal is now 11,000 and we are $690 away from
When-
11,000.
When is there an end to this,
I-
or is
I
it
don't
just
think-
an ongoing one?
I think it's just an ongoing thing.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
But yeah, the new goal is
yeah,
11,000.
I did see that the Stream Fleet team was second highest as far as total ratings.
Yeah,
That's
on
good.
the
So,
on the
hell yeah,
leaderboard for the
Eve
charity.
people.
Shit, yeah. It was fun. I was bouncing around to a couple of streams and people were having a good time with it.
That's awesome.
The
You guys did a great job.
690 is how much is left.
That's how far away we are from the goal.
Nice.
I've got
Hmm.
it. Yes, Rain. I'm going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so,
just
I
so
don't- I
like
realized
that-
today I
that
don't own Clippers,
69
so
was a
it's like,
theme
oh, shit.
throughout the charity. I saw the
If
goal.
we just get
at one
10
point.
people to donate $69, we will get there. I'll throw
So,
in 69 right now. We just
at
need
one point
9
in the
more.
weekend, Rain set the goal to $6,969.69.
yeah,
Nice.
I remember seeing that get hit. I think didn't that get hit on CCP's
That-
stream or?
No, that got hit on her stream.
Oh, that was on her. Yeah. CCP's. It went from. I was like CCP when Convict was streaming. I was like, there's a breakpoint. That's when
Yeah.
it got over 9,000. I was like, yes, all the memes are getting hit
That's cool.
today. So
All right. Here's the first
fantastic.
$69 going in. So we just need 9 more. 9 more 69s, and we will
do
win.
another one.
I'll do a 69
So now we need
on the
math.
stream.
7. We need 7 more.
Where's the link?
It's in your Discord, or not in your Discord, in your Twitch.
Is it?
No,
it's
it's not. Hold on.
the picture of the happy
Oh
bird.
right, that's still there. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it sure
Oh,
is.
it's in the description.
Hopefully that's
How
the right charity.
convenient
Otherwise,
is
the
that?
man's just got $69.
I'll give 69. Why not?
I'm doing 69. Yeah.
That'll screw it up though.
Oh, it will.
But-
we can't.
You're
we can't
right.
manic for posterity. I think that's the right one.
Oh, come on. It was already
For
hard
the-
enough to do
for
the
the
math
memes.
to figure out we needed 10 69s to get there.
I'll do six. Well, oh god, see now I want everybody to keep donating $69.
We'll get there.
I don't want to screw it up. I understand we'll get there. I don't want to screw it up by doing 69.
Listen to your heart.
Do it for the meme or do it for the charity?
You can do. I don't know if that's the
So
right
we'll
lyrics.
still reach the goal if you do 69.
I know, but if I do 69, subsequent people won't be able to donate 60.
We'll
Well,
hit
no,
the
that's not true.
exact number,
Okay, yeah.
So I'm going to leave this higher math to you all because I was told there'd be no math on
thank
this.
you, Dunk. Oh God, thank you, Dunk, for saving us once again.
So I'm going to go hang out with Mrs. Dinkle now.
All right. Thanks for
have
coming on,
fun.
man. Appreciate
Talk
it.
to you this weekend.
Have a good
Bye.
night,
Yep, see you,
Dunk.
man.
See you in Vegas.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
Jeff.
yes. I got my room booked. Boys, I'm ready.
I'm not that prepared, but soon.
Yeah, so it's the drive was good. It was I enjoyed watching Manic cook some whatever the fuck you were cooking.
Oh, he's
gone
going now.
Yeah, it's always because I'm one of those people when you have the cooking simulator, I would go into it like with honestly trying to make good dishes. And then I see other people go into cooking simulator like Manic, and he's just like, all right, we gotta cook this, so let's just go. We need a duck breast, and he just looks on the floor. He's like, "There's one." And he grabs it off the floor and puts it on there. He's like, we gotta salt this
I
up.
don't know
and he just
anybody that plays that game.
shaking
seriously.
salt. He's like 50 grams,
So he's-
70
he's just
grams,
saying-
80 grams of salt. He's like, tell me when, Drayden, you're the cook. I'm like, keep going. Yeah,
That's the fun
Just-
part. Is
just
like
keep going.
taking orders on stream and just fucking them up.
yeah, it was a
Okay, there's another $69.
hell yeah. Should I put up the overlay thing?
Sure.
Is it
Do
still
it,
going?
bro.
Or just put a counter of how many
Just-
69s
just-
to go.
Well, I still
do
have the
it.
overlay thing.
Oh
Let's put it back
yeah.
there. Yeah, we're at 10,586 out of 11,000. We'll get there. We'll hopefully get there. You said you're gonna shave next week, Dom. You gotta shave your
Yeah, I
head.
don't
at some-
own clippers, so. I
You
can buy
don't.
some
You don't
clippers.
have like a lawnmower 3.0 from Manscaped.com.
I
or
bought one of
anything?
those. I'm
I-
ashamed
Does it work?
that I did buy.
It
I
does,
hasn't got here
dude.
yet.
I was thinking
tested
about
it out
buying
this
one,
morning. It
honestly.
Do it because
I was going to,
so
but then I
here's-
read reviews and
here's
there's
the
so
other
many
thing.
people saying blood everywhere. They say it
No, 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 no,
non-mix
no,
your
no, no,
balls,
no.
it cuts
Okay,
into shreds.
so
I'm like, oh my god.
I'm gonna say this.
I'm
April,
scared.
talking about charities. April is Testicular Cancer Awareness Month. So
Fondle your
if-
balls.
fondle your
check.
balls, masturbate every day, and feel your balls while you masturbate and check for lumps.
Does it have to be during that? Is that like when you get
I
the
mean,
best?
if you just want to reach down there and grab your sack, you can.
Can you do
but
both?
You can do both at the same
Excellent.
time.
I was
You
just
can do
wondering if
one
that was
or
like
the
if
other.
it showed up more. Or something.
But
It's like it's
okay,
more
no,
effective.
no. So
9 out of
there's-
10 dentists agree that it's more effective if you do it while masturbating.
Oh, your guys, you doesn't your dentist feel your balls?
I mean,
Like what?
Yeah.
That's part of this
Yours
procedure,
doesn't.
right? Oh, okay. So all this to say, and this is not an actual sponsored thing. I'm calling this out because somebody else brought it up. Manscaped is doing a thing all month where if you order from them, they donate a portion of the profits to the Testicular Cancer Awareness Foundation or whatever it is. I don't know the official name, but so I ordered a lawnmower. Blazing, you said you got one. Let's talk
ordered
about this. Let's talk about this. Okay, it's sitting on my desk. It's charging right now. I tried it out today. For as small as it is, because when I opened the box, I'm like
The
"This
trimmer."
is- yeah, the trimmer.
Okay.
I'm like, this is a piece of junk. This should be $20. But tried it out this morning. I am very satisfied.
Hmm.
Very satisfied. This is my new best friend.
Oh yeah.
nice. Well, then maybe I'll get one.
I bought one last night when I was laying in bed because I bought absurdly high thread count sheets, so pants are no longer required. And I was like, damn, I have a lot of ass hair, and I don't like that I have a lot of ass hair. So now I've chose to do something about my abundance of ass hair,
Yeah, I like.
and I'll bring all of y'all under along with me on this journey.
You gotta do like a journal or something.
I'm very glad it was not drinking.
Rain
anything right
says
there.
wax. I say oh God, what's it called?
Wax?
Nair.
Why?
Nair.
Oh no,
Nair
Nair
Apparently they
burns.
make a Nair
is like
for
a
that.
chemical burn that just. I don't know.
Just a slight one. You'll be fine.
I'm just gonna wait until
put it on your butthole.
just before New Orleans and Vegas, and just like nair everything below my waist, dude.
That might look
Just-
weird.
Bald.
Just get a bucket of Nair and dump
I'm
your
gonna
ass
leave
in.
my happy trail though, and just I'm telling you, like belt line down. Gonna be like hair, nothing. I'm gonna be bald, like that clip from the SpongeBob movie where Poseidon takes his helmet
You're
off.
gonna build
Is
a
it
wall.
weird that I want to see that?
Yes,
Sorry.
I'm going to say yes to that. Yes, that is weird.
I'm
Yeah,
actually
that's
looking forward to it now.
No, it's funny, like weird topic, but I just remember I was on YouTube and I saw one of those ads for it because they're everywhere now, and I was
The
like, man,
Manscaper thing?
yeah, it's like I was like, man, I can get 10% off. They got a code there and everything. Why not?
Oh, here's the other thing.
And
Okay,
I was gonna
so
do it, but then I saw the reviews, and I
no,
was like, maybe
So,
maybe I don't.
I'll tell you, you should do it. It's a quality product. Here's the other thing. When you go to order it,
They also give you like ball deodorant and ball.
so when you go to order it, they give you the 10% discount already because you click through like a referral link or one of their ads or something. Keep it in your cart, but don't check out. Leave it for a day because I was hesitant too. I left it in my checkout cart for a day. So and it was literally it must be like on a timed thing. About 24 hours later, I get an email from them. Hey, we'll give you an additional 7% off
Oh,
the
man.
10%. So I'm like, done. So I got it for
That's like
even
how you
cheaper
haggle.
because I waited. Yeah. So if you're on the fence, just keep it in your cart, but
Yeah.
give it a day and they will send you an email.
This is Nair.
Because right now,
No,
This is
trimmers.
the Manscaped.
I thought you were talking
trimmer.
about Nair.
So
I'm
I
like,
want to
"Jeez,
have
you
a
do lot of
separate.
fucking
I
effort to
want to
get
have a
some
separate
Nair."
thing because right now I have my beard trimmer, and I just have two separate
don't
blades.
get
I
too
use
confused.
Don't tell me you do your beard trimming and your ball trimming.
no,
with
no.
the
I
same
have
thing.
two. I have two
Right?
separate. No, I have two separate blade heads, so
Why
I
wouldn't
swap
you?
them out for.
Oh,
But I just, I'm always like,
Viewer count dropping by the second.
no, I was like, man, I want to make sure I don't accidentally mix them up, so I should probably get a dedicated device. Because
It's very smart.
I kind of want to hit them up and be like, "Hey, I'm a co-host on a talk show that
Get us a
caters
sponsorship.
Yeah,
to
maybe we
a
should get a
hairy
sponsor
fan
from.
base."
Yeah, we could just talk
why
about
have you not done this?
manscaping every week if they want to.
Because I haven't actually given this serious thought, to be honest.
I think this is something that should be done.
I like how the manscaping has become a 20-minute
I need more
segment.
booze.
That's,
I'll be right
that's
back.
We've talked more once again about not really
actually
Eve
no.
stuff.
No, the majority of the show has been Eve. It's been good. We're an hour and 5 minutes in. I think we've spent a good 36 minutes on Eve. So it's like a 49-51.
Look at us
ratio.
go.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're doing it better than last week. Last week we had 20%. Week 1, I think we had 10%. So we're growing.
Speaking of Eve stuff, we're going back. We'll loop back around to hairy asses,
Bring
I
it
assure
back.
you all. They dropped the link to rooms for NOLA. For
Oh.
Eve NOLA.
Ah, man.
Today at 12:37. You're training shut up. You're going.
I was supposed to do a cookout or whatever.
No, postpone it. You're going.
Well, no, not. I'm saying I was doing cooking streams for a while, and I think Delana was telling me that I should do like some cooking thing down at Eve Nola, like cook a dinner thing.
That would be cool.
I mean, I would like to do it, but
You're going to NOLA. You're going to both, but I don't care how we have to get you there. I'll
I can just
overnight
pack
you
myself
through
in a
FedEx.
box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pack myself in a box. Live in a
If you're
cardboard
interested,
box.
go on the Eve New Orleans Discord link, which I will throw in chat. And all the
Did you
stuff you need is in there, and it'll keep up to date as things develop, or they add new events, or they take events away. Just any kind of news about the event, you can find it there.
Did you guys know that it was once legal to send people through the mail?
I think it should be again.
Well, okay.
That was
hold
more
on.
in like
I-
potato sacks or something. Wasn't
It was a long time ago. Because the rule was basically if you can write 2 addresses on whatever you're sending, then it can go through the mail. So I shouldn't say that it was legal necessarily. It just wasn't illegal.
Do I get my own room, or do I get?
I think they you go in a box. Like I'm sure it wasn't the best way to
It's like a
travel.
wooden crate.
Yeah, you just get a wooden crate and some straw.
Yeah, it's like, let me out, help! Sorry, postage is paid.
Postage paid.
Postage-
Not getting out
postage-
till you get there.
Mail order braids.
It's like, we'll let you out when we get
Like
to
the hairpiece?
Missouri.
You can get braids mail order. What's wrong with
Missouri.
that? Missouri. That's how you know someone's from the South when they pronounce Missouri as Missouri.
I think that was just I got that from a Simpsons episode or whatever it was.
Missouri. That's
Yeah.
because
It was Grandpa Simpson. He's like, I'll be hell or
Missouri,
high water
yeah.
before I recognize Missouri. So-
Damn.
I've been watching classic Simpsons on Disney Plus. I've been binging it. It's God, that show
I
is
keep
so
forgetting
fucking
Simpsons
funny.
is actually on Disney Plus because Disney bought Fox a while back.
Ooh, do I get a high floor or
Yep.
a low floor? Hmm.
High
What?
floors are always
Wait,
great.
For Nola.
Oh,
I like high
floor,
floors.
low
I
floor.
like
Okay,
being
now I get it.
high up, but the link was
Aren't you
terrible for
like
that because the link
6'7"?
elevators. Yeah, the 6'6".
Well, you don't need to be up high. You're always up high.
Yeah, when I went to
Sound
Toronto,
logic.
when I went to Toronto, I was on the 44th floor of the ice towers. That was sick, and they had balconies you could go out onto and look straight down. It was great. I would have been terrified, except that we had like concrete. I had a concrete banister thing on my balcony, so
Stay below the 7th floor. Hmm. That's ominous.
What happens on the
Jeff-
7th floor?
is
Yeah,
James,
yeah.
is
Whatever
James Scroll
happens there
from
stays
from
there.
NOLA? Does he know? Does he know
Whatever
something we
happens on
don't?
the 7th floor stays on the 7th floor, Manic. Don't ask questions.
I mean, okay, sure.
I enjoy the ponder in your eyes right now.
There's no sex in the champagne room.
Mm.
Just
Oh,
like
that's as
making-
high as the
That's
fire
as
ladder
high
can
as a
reach.
7.
I didn't
Oh,
look.
God.
So Rain was saying that the hotel is reasonably priced. Is that like 100 something a night? I would guess.
129
Circa?
That's not bad. Yeah, okay, that's reasonable.
for Vegas or Nola.
NOLA.
Oh,
Okay. Going through their
no, we're
Lincoln
we're still
Nola,
talking
it's
about NOLA.
129 a
Okay.
night. For
That doesn't seem bad.
to go Thursday to Monday is 611.
I somehow thought we suddenly got on Vegas. Okay, never mind.
Oh, I mean, we can. go to
Ignore me.
Vegas too,
No,
but-
no. Ignore me.
I'm saying
We'll
like
migrate there
I mean, for
eventually.
Vegas and like, that seems like just a generic like decent because Toronto was about the same prices. I mean they sounded higher, but they were in Canadian. So when you looked at them with US,
They're in that fake money.
yeah. Although I mean, when you looked online, it showed them in US dollars. You can choose, but I think the cool thing with Toronto is like if you could get an Airbnb downtown, that was the best deal. Like I don't know why, but downtown Airbnbs were very reasonably priced in Toronto compared to what I would have assumed they were. Now some of them were outright. The ones that were open because I had to find a last minute room like 3 days before the event. I was like, oh, I'm flying out there in 3 days and I don't have a spot to stay now. But and luckily like a day and a half, like 2 days before I flew out, one actually just opened up randomly for the days I needed it. And it was at the Ice Towers, which were a block behind the main hotel, like right there. And they were really nice too. They've apparently new towers. They've only been up for like 5-6 years. So yeah, the Delta. I heard the Delta was really outrageous in price. Like people were spending like $1,200 for
be
the
right
4 or
back.
5 day stay at the Delta. I spent $530 for the 5 days, and that wasn't like me splitting the cost. That's like the full price of me having my own condo. And it was a full condo with like a full kitchen.
Thanks for the sub, Darwin.
Oh, thanks for the sub, Darwin. What's up, man? But yeah, it was like full kitchen, like full living room. It was like a full-sized live-in condo, and I got it for $530 for 5 days.
Was this FanFest?
No, this was Eve North, Eve Toronto last.
Oh, I
2019.
didn't go that time.
It was fun.
I
It
should
was
have
a
gone
great
because I
one.
didn't know it was gonna be the last one in history. Not history, but you know the world's gonna end before this coronavirus ends. So
Yeah, I think it was like May. I think it was early. That was a weird year. I don't think I've ever taken so many vacations so close together. It's like I did Eve North in May, and then June was that Vegas? No, Vegas is always in
October.
October. What am I?
Vegas was late in the year. I remember because there was a couple of times where I was like, "Damn, I wish I had a
October
jacket,"
22nd this year.
Oh,
and other
no.
times where I'm like, "Damn, I'm glad I don't have a jacket."
No, I think Eve North was June or something.
Rain said the cruise was into June.
Cruise was end. Yeah, so the cruise was end of June, early July. It was like over July 4th week, and I think Eve Toronto was like a couple weeks before that, or maybe a week before that. Because I remember I was like flying home, and I was literally able to tell Rain, "I'll see you next weekend on the other side of the country," and then we had October for Vegas. So yeah, it was, and then also August I went to Colorado for a hiking trip. So it was just all over the place.
Oh yeah.
Do you know one way to know if you're high, really, really high? Snickerdoodles and olives together sounds good.
Yeah, that's I'd
The
say
fuck
you
is wrong with
qualify.
you?
That sounds awful.
Really, really high.
I don't.
No, I don't even think that's a good excuse.
I mean, no, we could put that in a test. He's got something there. Or pregnant. Yeah, or you might be pregnant, Dom.
Oh, yeah.
Weird
Snickerdoodles and
cravings. Weird
olives?
cravings are either.
That's what I wanted. That's what I got.
Those are the two answers. Like,
I started looking at it thinking, that doesn't sound very good.
if you're having weird cravings, you are either high or pregnant. That's the only answer.
Or maybe both.
You shouldn't be high if you're pregnant.
If I'm pregnant, I definitely should be high.
That's why I said or.
The man has a point.
I know, but Dominark said or both. And I'm like,
That's true.
no. All of our pregnant viewers out there, don't do drugs. Winners
Stop.
don't use drugs.
Yeah.
Except for steroids.
Don't be-
then use
but if you
lots
start,
of
don't be a
drugs.
winner.
No,
God.
What
the
was that
baby's
from?
gonna come out
Fuck.
roided out.
So super strong.
Hold on. Winners. I know that's from something. I didn't think of that.
No. Wait. So Darwin would say that the volcano is attracting thousands of people at a time, and one of the guides
Oh.
was just diagnosed with COVID. Oh no! So it's like natural catastrophes
No.
compound each other.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm getting vaccinated. I'm getting
Good,
my
I was just
microchip
gonna
on.
ask.
Yeah, I'm getting
Are
my
you guys
microchip
getting
on
chipped?
Wednesday. Wednesday, I will be
Nice.
chipped.
Plan for it, dude. All I'm
Yeah.
saying is anybody that I've ever met that's over 30 who got their
Oh,
vaccine,
Talking
it puts them on their
Stations.
ass.
We got the raid from Talking Stations.
Oh man, they
142.
joined after we talked about
Biggity
ass hair.
burn.
Yeah, you guys actually missed a lot of stuff. Welcome to the show. We already did the.
It was super productive.
Yeah, we
Welcome
did
to
all
Open
the- we
Comms.
got
The show
all the
is
good
sponsored
stuff
by
out of the way.
Manscaping and
Yeah.
the Lawnmower 3.0.
You guys come in after
To
we
tame
do a
your unruly
really good,
bush, choose
Shave,
Manscaping.
I'm really
shave
gonna
your
talk about
balls
Eve.
so you can get a better grip on them for testicular cancer
You just see this
awareness month.
184 drop to 25.
They're like, what manscaping out of here? No, no, we actually did a talk. We had Dunk on earlier to talk about the industry changes, but now we're kind of back into
Until we can know
vacations.
Dunk's opinion, we have no idea whether these changes
All of
are
us
good or bad.
tried.
We got his opinion, didn't we?
Do you have to come
he
back to
didn't.
the
I'm
U.S. to
done
get your
here.
Oh,
vaccine,
no, he
Darwin?
said we had to. Yeah, he said we had to wait until stuff developed.
Matt
All of
Hall
us
had, we
tried.
had a
The
discussion
four of
with
us
Matt Hall
tried
today.
our-
He told
our
us all.
best.
He told us all at once. He knows.
Oh,
The
it's
four of us
just-
tried to our best to figure this out, and all of us have no idea what's going on. So
I mean, that's weird because Darwin.
You shouldn't have to mine and
Ooh.
industry to understand this stuff.
shameless plug, since we just got a raid.
Yeah.
We are six $69 donations away
Oh, yeah.
from 11
We-
grand for able
we are-
gamers.
We
We
are
need six.
$414 away.
Yeah,
Six.
we're
$69
We are
donations.
accepting $69 donations for Able Gamers. If you
Yes.
do, it actually goes straight to Able Gamers. It doesn't go through us and then we send it to them. It goes
Just
directly
click the
to
bird
them.
link.
Yeah,
Click the
down
bird
below if you do want to donate to that, Manic put a link in chat, or if you down below the stream video, there is a big bird picture. If you click on that, that's to Able Gamers. It's the charity from last weekend is still running this week for disabled gamers to get gear and stuff they need to play video games. So
I don't know if there's a Hall of Fame for the amount donated, but I'm pretty sure Open Comms is fucking
yeah,
killing
well,
it.
well, Aaron,
well,
the reason why we needed specific $69 donation, we were $690 away from the goal, and so like if we just get 10 $69 donations, we'll get there, and we've already
gotten four.
We did
Yeah.
4, so we did 6 more. But anyway,
Well, everybody left.
yeah, imagine that. Like, welcome guys, send money. No, it's not to us. It's to a charity.
It does
Oh yeah,
not
none of
go
us
to
see a
us.
red cent. I
Yeah,
we
no,
swear.
no,
do
we
not
don't
get
get
a
any of the money. The
dime.
money's not for
All
us.
of
The money's
this go-
for the
it's-
money's for Able
it's-
Gamers.
It's
There's
all
only- if-
handled through Tiltify. It goes directly, 100% of it goes directly to Able Gamers,
That was too
which
funny.
is an
We
organization
went from
that
189 to
provides-
117. Like, that
It-
was really
this
sad.
organization
stingy
provides
bastards.
hardware and resources to differently abled gamers so that they can enjoy all this badass shit that we do.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's that we asked for the donation. I think it's just they were there to watch Talking Stations. Talking Stations done. They go. I mean, I do the same thing.
People
Oh,
come in.
wait.
We
Was
suddenly
there just a
start
price
asking
update?
for donations?
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
What?
Oh no! Someone donated
Someone did the
69.69.
69.69.
Oh, yes.
whatever, it still
that'll
counts.
work. All right. Thank
No,
you.
no,
counts.
it's
Whoever-
fine.
Now the one thing I wish there was that there was not a way to set up alerts, specific alerts to come up for individual donations. So
Yeah.
we can see the total change on the bar, but we don't get a notification for anyone donating. So I do apologize, but whoever donated, oh, Sudicon, thank you. Okay.
Thank you very
Hell yeah.
much, Sudicon.
So we're down to
Yeah,
5.
thanks for the donation. So yeah, I wish there was. I tried to. Me and Rain were actually trying to get this thing set up, and it ended up being because you can actually link a Tiltify campaign into your Twitch alerts, but I don't think it was allowing other team members to do it. So I think Rain specifically, since she was the team leader, could do it, but everyone else, it doesn't show a campaign available through your Streamlabs. So what I would have to do is set up a separate campaign
yeah.
and then like find a way to link it to her campaign and be a supportive campaign and then do some linking stuff through. And I was just like, one, I'll probably screw it up, and two, I don't know how to do any of that. And I was like, so I wasn't able to set up any alerts, but that was a long way to say thank you for the donation.
Thank you for the
Sudicon. Thank you so much.
I don't know how much time we have left.
We got
like,
time.
all
We
the
got
time.
42
like
minutes.
40 minutes.
Oh,
yeah,
42
we're
minutes.
fine.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out if I want to talk about the CCP hire now or my final shot
Oh,
and thought.
yes.
Oh, that's right.
No, we can bring that up. So yeah, obviously, so CCP Swift, new community developer for CCP.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Elise Randolph is now CCP Swift.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations, man, super happy.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing. It was a massive surprise. I didn't even know he was like applying for the job or that anything was in the works. It just his tweet saying there's been a big change, and I like looked at the thing where it's like him deleting Elise Randolph and then typing in CCP Swift. I was like, what? So
He's a good dude. I met him in Vegas, and no matter what I saw a particularly salty person in one of the Discords saying how it's just CCP hiring on PLNC guys just so they can sway the game or whatever ridiculous nonsense
I
it was.
was
But
yeah.
Elise is one of the nicest guys, and he
that's
cares
some
about the game a
tinfoil
lot.
hattery.
Like to way even consider fucking the community over
Well,
like
and
that.
It's a great.
That's
fit
why I
on
can
it.
only laugh thinking about it because it's just so fucking far fetched in my mind.
Yeah,
It's like talking about Bigfoot or the Yeti.
it's a
Or
great
the-
fit.
I think that's the
though.
same thing.
Because honestly, again, he's super chill, he's super nice, but he's also very involved with the community. I mean, like he does.
Oh, yeah.
He's on Talking Stations all the time. I think he's actually like a main host there, if I'm not wrong.
I have no idea.
And he's all over the place, and he gets along with everyone. I've met him in Vegas pretty much every
It's a
time.
great-
I've
He's been an Alliance tournament announcer for a number of years.
yeah.
We can hope that in the future an Alliance tournament makes a comeback. We will see, but you never know.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. He's like a really good guy for that position.
Yeah, and
Couldn't
I-
be,
We were trying to get him
happy
on the
for
show
him.
tonight, but he's busy.
I did ask him if he wanted to come on tonight. He was busy tonight, but he did say he was going to try and make it next week. So hopefully next week we're going to try and get him on. And also, speaking of getting people on next week, I'm actually going to have to little science thing real fast. I was talking with Max Singularity a while back, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and because I know that the first flight of Ingenuity, that's the like flight helicopter drone that we're
the
going to be flying
drone,
up on
yeah.
Mars. That is actually, I thought it was. They were saying it was going to be. I was looking at stuff a while back, and they were expecting it to be mid-April to mid-May that they were going to fly it. And I just saw a tweet that NASA released today saying that they're planning on flying it April 8th, which is not
So,
next
like,
Friday, but the
2
Thursday
weeks.
after that. So
Yeah.
I can't have him on 2 Fridays from now, or it'll be after the fact. I want to talk to Max because Max works for JPL, which is the people that built the Mars rover Perseverance and the Ingenuity rover or drone. So I wanted to have him on before to talk to him all about that stuff and just kind of just nerd out on Mars tech for a while. So.
Oh yeah.
And he said, he's like, just let me know. This sounds fun. But I told him, I was like, that I was going to get a hold of him in a while. And I was like, well, let's plan for it for like April 9th is what I told him. He's like, sure. And now I'm gonna have to try and talk to him and be like, can we make that April 2nd so that we can talk to you before it flies? So hopefully,
I'm sure he'd do it.
Yeah, so
I'm sure he'd be cool with it.
I mean, it is Easter weekend. That's the one thing that, but it's not Easter Sunday. It's Easter Friday, I guess. But so hopefully we'll
Friday.
get Max on next week as well. I'll talk to him probably tomorrow and see if he wants to come on at least for a little bit, because I wanted to sit there and just pick his brain about both the rover and Ingenuity. So that should be fun if you're into space stuff.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
There's a dude in Sinners that supposedly did a lot with the rover, the Sinners rover.
What the fuck was that, Drayden?
It was an old meme thing that people used to do back in the day. Don't judge
It's not
me.
old.
you
People
sure?
still do it on
Oh,
TikTok.
really? Okay, then
Yeah.
then it's
What
still
is- what
valid.
is
Oh,
this?
look, we
I
just
need to
lost like
know.
10 people.
Can I get a? Oh yeah. Oh, I hate myself for doing that.
Okay.
Anyway.
Oh God, don't clip that. I just
Yeah,
looked
please
over
clip
and
that,
Had
actually.
to relive it in the corner of my eye on the screen.
Yeah, yeah. Lost enough. Yeah, we're out.
The quality shit
So,
talking stations is
shots-
punting me at.
Shots to the former Elise Randolph, and
Yeah.
congrats to CCP Swift.
Hell yeah. I don't know what else to talk about. We already made fun of the ship for getting sideways in the in the canal.
That was so good. It's not good, actually. I'm just.
It's not good, Drayden. How dare you?
What are you
I
doing,
just-
step
I
boat?
love the memes that
Don't
have
you
come out with it.
realize
Though. I
what's
mean,
at
if you look at
It's funny.
Dude, 2021 has been a great year for memes so far. Barely 4
To be
months
fair,
in.
2020 was a great year for memes, also though.
but they
Yeah,
were dark
but-
memes.
But yeah, they were depressing memes, and we were just kind of it was
Just
it was
laughing
like
at the futility of mankind at
of
that point.
life and existence. Yeah,
It's a year of
2021
nihilism.
Now
I
it's like
swear.
20
It was a
2021
year-
hits.
2020 was the year of nihilism. That's
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
right.
It's like
But
2021 hits,
2021,
and
all of the
Pfizer
memes,
and Moderna are
like-
like, "There's hope, everybody," and we're like, "Oh."
The memes are positive and hopeful and kind of wholesome. It's great.
8 hours. Hot damn.
Only been drinking for 8 hours.
Sounds like
Sudicon,
casual speak.
come on. What do you got to go to work or something?
I don't think he's leaving, is he?
No,
He's,
no.
he's trying to prove how
No,
much better he
he's
is than we are.
I ain't fucking leaving.
I've been smoking dope
think
since
old-
noon, so
You gotta be careful with that word, though. It's like it gets misinterpreted these days all the time.
What? What word?
smoking.
Dope.
Dope?
Okay, I've been smoking marijuana.
Oh damn.
Dope? And do people is the word dope misunderstood in that context?
Well, I'm just saying nowadays dope is more
It's not
meth
gonna be. It
than
might be
weed.
thinking it's
so,
other drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the big deal?
I've been doing that too. So,
Manic, you're a Mormon. Stop it.
Mormon.
Today I learned.
I'm not Mormon. Oh my god.
Oh.
People
But we
think
went to
because
the
I'm
temple
from Utah.
together.
I know. People think that because I'm in Utah, I'm just
Oh.
by default I must be Mormon.
I
thought it was
still-
the
I
eighth
still,
state number on your guys' state constitution. Period. Mormon.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, the wait, is Mormon Easter a different thing?
Is
Is it a
it
different
is it a
Easter?
Your Easter? I don't fucking know. Why are you
Well,
guys
look at
asking
your
me?
golden discs and tell us.
You're in the town.
You're not allowed. You're not allowed to look at them.
Oh, so
Only
you
I
knew
can look
about
at the
them, so
golden
you are
discs.
Mormon. I knew it.
Only I, and I'm the only one that can translate them.
Hope it comes. It's
Nobody
just
else
Manic
can
and all
see the
his Eve
things
wives.
that I've discovered that
Oh
would
no,
change
no,
all
no!
of humanity.
I've got what? I got. Damn, I forgot his name. Jesus.
Sudicon, you're absolutely right. Like Utah has some great hiking.
The oh man, I remember
Solon.
the
I got
temple
Solon on my
trip
side.
though
He's
was
in Utah, too.
that temple trip, and it was funny that it took us so long to realize why people were giving us looks. It's because of my beard.
Because of your beard. Yeah.
'Cause of my beard,
Missionaries can't have beards.
Yeah, Mormons have to be clean shaven. And so me and Manic go in there. We
really?
brought, I brought an outfit. This was after the hiking trip in Colorado. On our way back, we stopped at Salt Lake. So me and Manic and went and hung out. And my brother was there too, and my brother-in-law. And but me and Manic, he brought an outfit, and then I brought like
trying
a
to find a
white
picture.
shirt with a tie and black slacks and everything. And it's like we were gonna go to the temple because the hotel we were staying at was 2 blocks from the temple, and
Like
so
when you say the temple, yeah, I feel
Mormon,
like I have
the
to
actual
clarify,
Mormon
it's
headquarters
like
temple,
the Mormon temple,
the
like
Mormon temple, like
headquarters
the
in Utah,
headquarters
yeah.
of the Mormon Church. It's like the Vatican of Mormonism. So
The Vatican of Mormonism.
That's
Yeah.
not a bad analogy,
that's
honestly.
pretty much that. So we went in there, and we're going around, and we're just like we both had. You brought 2 backpacks, so we're going around with backpacks, and we're pretending we're like missionaries back to home base or something like that. And everyone's giving us weird looks, and
No wonder why.
we were sitting there trying to get pictures of us there. And so we were like,
I'm
even with
pulling up the
my
pictures
long
right
ass
now. Hold on.
selfie stick arms, like it just wasn't long enough.
Because we were trying to get the temple in the background of
Yeah.
us.
So this lady comes up, she's like, "Do you need me to help you?" And we're like, "Yeah, thank you." And we were being all nice, and she's taking a picture, but everyone's giving us weird looks, and it was like, man,
Bunny,
How
turn
do
on
they
push
know?
to talk.
I'm sorry.
I was like, how do they know?
Tell
Like,
me,
I
don't
feel like
do
they
that.
all know, and they knew because
She was looking at us like
Yeah,
in a very
and
particular way.
we got back to the hotel, and my brother Hip Hop, he was like, we were like, man, it's like, I swear they know that we weren't Mormon. He's like, well, it's because you have a beard. Aren't they supposed to be shaved? I'm like, yeah, they are. They supposed to lawnmower that shit. On the
I'm
face.
trying to, God damn it, I'm trying to get photos uploaded.
You still have that photo?
Yeah, I got them. I save everything, man.
Damn, it's like there's storage space in the internet.
It's,
There's a
it's,
Mormon
it's
Pope?
like there's
Is it
a
really?
giant cloud that holds your files
it's not a
for you.
Mormon Pope, but who runs the Mormonisms?
They're
That's
oh god,
fantastic.
I'm trying to.
I can't even remember the
I'm
guy's
trying-
name that started it, but he's dead now.
Oh, he's long dead.
To John Smith.
Joseph Smith.
Joseph
Smith,
Smith.
Joseph
about the
Smith
Golden
and his
Discs, though?
and his
Yeah,
friend Brigham Young. Yeah, anybody.
Brigham
I mean,
Young?
On it, Brigham Young. That was his.
Oh, that's a
friend's
person.
name.
I just think.
Yeah.
I always think of the university. That's named after him.
That's named after
Holy
Brigham Young.
shit! 2 and 2 got put together.
Oh my
It's
God,
a 4,
Brett.
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god. So if anybody out there for whatever reason is curious about what Mormonism is all about, just go watch the South Park episode. They hit the nail on the head.
Nice.
They actually are accurate. It's funny. Because truth is funnier than fiction in that case.
These files are way too big. Hold on.
Oh man, speaking of sports, Akaroth, Gonzaga. Gonzaga is a 1 seed in the March. I don't even watch basketball, especially college basketball, but when a bracket is put in front of me, then I can't help but try and pay attention a little bit. And Gonzaga is apparently favored to win it this year. That's been a thing in the past. That I'm not gonna lie, Gonzaga is kind of like the Mariners. They always end up getting to the tournament like every year, and they generally are seeded fairly high, and then they always fall short of where they're expected to go, like the Mariners. It's like everyone's like, "Oh man, the Mariners actually have a good shot this year," and then they don't make the playoffs at all or something like that. So it's so Akra, it's Gonzaga. Everyone says Gonzaga that doesn't live around here. It's not Gonzaga. I know it might look like that because with the A's in those positions, I could understand why you would think it's that, but I'm telling you, it's Gonzaga. They're the Zags, is what everyone calls them. So it is definitely Gonzaga, not Gonzaga.
Yeah, I don't know who's right. The little bit of you guys, you
Well,
weirdos.
the
or rest of
school
the
calls
world.
itself Gonzaga. The school, the Go Zags, it is Gonzaga, but
They're
it's
wrong.
kind of like Oregon. Everyone's like, it's Oregon. It's like, it's not Oregon. Go to the state. Everyone there calls it Oregon. There's no I in there. It's an O, but everyone calls it Oregon. It's not Oregon. But anyway, they should win. And that's a Spokane school. They're like right here. Is it a Jesuit college?
There.
I don't know. It's definitely a
I
religious
just threw
college.
photos in chat.
Nice. Yeah, these are us at the
So
temple.
we were trying to get a selfie with the temple in the background, and yeah, this poor woman, bless her heart, she sees us struggling to get the camera and the shot right, and she offers to take the picture for us.
Yeah,
And
and
then
like
as she's handing my phone back to me, and she's giving Drayden this look like something's not right
it
here.
wasn't just
All
that I
that
have a
effort
it
you
wasn't
put
just
into
that I
it,
have a
right?
goatee.
You guys
It was like
couldn't
you
shave
could
your
see
beard, huh?
stubble. It's like I hadn't even shaved in 2 days at all. So I mean, like
And
that.
my wife made those name tags, Elder Drayden and Elder Manic.
They look
I
amazing.
still have
And
mine actually.
I still got mine. It's with the rest of my Eve stuff. The two books of Mormon, Book of Mormons or Books of Mormon, Attorneys General. I picked those up at a thrift store for $1 each.
Yeah, no,
That's the value, huh?
yeah, that was excellent. And the funny thing is, like, it's not like they were gonna do anything because out in the outer grounds of the temple, I guess anyone and everyone is allowed as long as you're
It's
being,
public space.
Yeah, it's public
as long
space,
you're-
as long as you're not being
as long as you're not
disruptive
being
or-
rowdy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can walk through there. It's right in the middle of downtown.
But
so
you're
it's
not
hard to
allowed
avoid.
in the temple unless you have like your membership card.
You have your temple recommend, and without a temple recommend, you cannot get
Oh,
inside
man,
the
that
temple.
sounds like something in an RPG game. Like,
Even
you can't enter
it's-
this
it's
door
like-
without
it's a magic key.
writ of
It's a
You have
magic
to go on a
piece of
quest to
paper.
get your temple
Yeah.
recommend.
even if so, get this: if you let's say you're a Mormon, and let's say you're marrying another Mormon, opposite sex, of course, because gross, ew. If you if your soon to be spouse has a temple recommend and you do not, the two of you can't get married in the temple.
Oh,
Can't she give you recommend?
I was thinking
She-
this is gonna be like
so
an
your
American
spouse can-
citizenship thing. Like you can get married and give them
Well,
citizenship, give them a
no.
recommend. No, there's like you don't both have recommends.
If you can't get married in the temple, you can get married in one of the cheap ass churches we have littered around the valley. And where's a space big enough in a church to hold a wedding? The basketball court. So if you can't get into the
At
temple
Brigham
to get
Young?
married at you can go to a crappy ass church on the ass end of town and get married in a basketball court. How fucking glamorous. Wow. I just learned this shit this last weekend. Like, oh my god.
That's so like, man,
You're describing my wedding, dude.
they don't fuck
Did
around.
you get married in a church basketball court?
Wait, so what are you
No,
talking about?
no,
Right, that's I'm curious. Queso.
What?
What?
Drayden? No, we're not talking about
Yeah,
that.
that's what I said. I'm not gonna say it on air. I just
I'm not even gonna say.
I
it.
don't
We talked
even
about
know
that
what he's
last week,
asking.
didn't we?
Okay. Oh yeah, paying the dues. That's the thing. That's why the tithe system.
The tithing.
Holy
you-
shit.
Okay, now to be fair, you don't have to give 10% of your income to the church.
But you're not cool if you don't.
But if you don't, people are gonna treat you differently.
You're not the
I mean,
acceptable
that's just
Mormons.
yeah.
You're the Mormons that are gonna be in the
And
bilge of the ship
I've
that
heard-
takes us away to the promised land.
I've heard stories from friends of mine who are ex-Mormons. Super cool people. I love them to death, and I would take a bullet for them. So, but they tell me all these horror stories that they experienced in Mormon culture. So, like, if you, let's say you want to give your tithe, but you can't afford to give 10%, so maybe you give like 7 or 8%. At your next meeting with your bishop, or whatever it is,
Oh yeah.
he'll look over how much you donated, and he'll come down to the 6 or 7% line item in the spreadsheet, and he'll be like, "Can't you get? You sure you can't give a little more? I mean, you only
It's
gave
10%
you know,
of your income.
Yeah,
Now, well,
yeah.
hold on.
I
Are
mean,
they talking
you
10% of your net income or gross income?
net after taxes.
At least there's that. You know, that's a little on the beneficial side. So it's like what, 8%?
No.
7% of your gross income?
Oh no!
Oh no, it's
I
gross.
I
It's
meant the
gross.
other thing. Yes,
Oh, before taxes.
before. Yes,
They want your money before you pay the government.
I think so.
Okay, so that's
I've
actually
had a little bit. I've had
okay.
a little bit to drink.
Yeah.
Look,
That's
can we
less
not talk about
optimal.
this? I don't want to. I feel like this comes up
Because
on
the church
my
gets
show
your
enough.
W.
I don't want to talk about it
Rain.
on this show too.
The church gets your W-2 and your 1099s and everything. If you're a good Mormon, you'll give
If
that
you're
to
a
them.
good Mormon, you provide that information.
Yeah.
Right?
So that they
And
know
if
that
you
they're-
don't,
they
if
have to
you
know
don't,
that they're
not going to
tithing
kick
you
you
correctly.
out. But
What
I
would
mean,
God think if
You're
you
just
didn't
not
give
gonna
them that
include
amount
you.
of money?
you won't be invited to a few extra
And
parties. This
Bunny's
year.
just like dying inside listening to this
That's what I'm saying. I can
conversation.
see how fucking bored Bunny is, and I can guess the 90 people in chat are just
Yeah,
as bored.
like
so please,
no, it's
let's
87
move
now.
on.
Like they're
I'm
done
very
with the
shocked
Mormon.
it stayed at 90 this entire time, to be fair.
Yeah.
And it's even worse, right? Because I had to put push to talk on because I yawn
Rain-
loudly.
Yeah. What are the
And so
benefits?
now,
Rain's
like,
gonna
I have
sell
to reach
bath
over
water.
and hit push to talk, and I have nothing to weigh in about the Mormon collective.
Don't worry about it. We're moving on. We're moving.
It's
on.
like
This is a-
Scientology.
This
Yeah.
is a,
Like-
yeah, it's not worth talking about. It's weird. Everybody fucking knows it's weird. We
What,
can
what are
move
the
on.
what are the benefits, Stragak?
Can you use bathwater as a
You
commodity?
get a spot on the ship
currency?
when it
That's
comes.
fantastic.
No, Rain's gonna sell she's gonna sell her
She's gonna
bath
sell-
water.
that's her
in
income.
order
Her
to
money, I get it
tithe.
now.
She needs to afford her tithing to the Mormon church, so she's gonna sell bath water.
She's got to pay the corn god.
Blood for the blood god.
Corn
Skull
for the corn
skull
god.
throne.
Corn
That's
god.
corn. Corn is the 40K god.
I know. I got to pay him too. I
Yeah.
get it.
How are you supposed to afford the manscape?
How do
Oh
you
my
support the
God.
man? Well, I told you earlier. You can get an extra 7% discount if you
Oh,
don't check
man.
out right away.
So I guess it's
Get
late
it for
enough. We can
even
go into
cheaper.
TV time if we wanted. Stragay was saying, "Oh, the ship from the Expanse at Tycho Station." Yeah, that was essentially the Mormon. That literally was the Mormons.
that- Tycho Station. That's where Luke Skywalker was going to go get power converters.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Is that-
Wasn't it Tycho Station?
No, that's is it
But
Tycho?
that was a station, but they built the ship. The
You're
Mormon
saying
ship.
such and such and
What?
I were going to go to the Tycho Station to pick up some power converters. Isn't that the
Tachi
Okay.
Station. Tachi. Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Justin Space
Sorry.
is right. Justin Space is right. No, Tycho is from the
Tycho's the
Expanse.
Expanse. Tachi's
So
Star
Tycho's
Wars.
from the
No,
Expanse.
Tycho
and-
makes the little toy trucks.
I do.
That's Tonka.
And little.
Oh no,
Doesn't
no,
Tycho make toys?
Thing.
Tonka,
Yes, they do.
Tonka
Yes,
makes
they do.
Tonka makes
Tonka does
Tonka
also.
makes
Tycho
the
does
trucks.
too.
they make
And
like
Tonga is a
cat
country.
trucks.
Tonga is
the
a
dump trucks and the excavators.
It's a
and
beautiful,
stuff.
beautiful island.
is an island. Okay, and then
The Tongans were the
Don't worry, Bunny. You got 20 minutes,
people of
then you
peace
go
or
to
something
sleep.
like that. It's like the only peaceful group of out there when they found. When they
Y'all are moving too fast for my brain cells to calibrate.
Yeah. No, the Expanse though. It's
Mine
it's a
never
good
calibrate.
show. And Tycho Station. This is in the first season, I think, second season. But Tycho Station is they're building a massive like hive ship essentially with like a spinning drum, artificial gravity, like gardens around the outside and everything. And it's essentially the Mormons. And it's funny that because in the show script, the Mormons are so filthy rich they could build the biggest, most powerful ship that's ever been built by humankind. And it's essentially they're going to get all the Mormons the good Mormons, the ones that have been tithing probably, and
Hold
they're
up.
going to go off in the spaceship off out into interstellar space and go do their thing because the aliens didn't come, so they have to do it themselves. So
The fuck are you talking about?
The Expanse, it's a show.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Mormons still.
Well, it is the Mormons in the Expanse, but then the Belters steal the ship, and it becomes their warship. So, no, man, I just finished the final. Season 5. It's not. There's gonna be a season 6, but I finished season 5, which is the most current season, 2 days ago. It's really good. I like it. It's such good shit. I don't want to give too many spoilers though, because there's people still watching it.
Are they remaking Miami Vice?
Are they?
Yes.
they remade chips. Why not?
I heard. No, I've heard they are. Isn't the Glover kid from Community going to be in it?
They're gonna have the old Crockett and the old. Oh my God, they are! Holy shit!
Does it look good?
I can't tell if you're excited or scared.
I'm excited.
Both.
That sounds like a
I want a whole new
cocktail of
era.
emotions.
So as-
Wearing those fucking
so I'm
suit
born and
jackets with the
raised all in.
sleeve
I
rolled
was
up.
born and raised in Central Florida, and then once I graduated high school and went to college, and then got subsequently thrown out of college, then I lived all over the place trying to not die of starvation.
Wait, is
And
Bunny
so,
our local Florida
I need
man
you to
for the
tell
show?
you, yes.
Hell yeah.
I need you to tell you that
God.
in the show Miami Vice, Crockett has an alligator that guards his fucking sailboat in Miami. That is the most Florida shit I have always aspired to be as a Floridian, is to have my own guard alligator, and I'm not there yet. I have catching up to do on the Florida scale.
It's the
But
guardy
Can't
gator.
you, can't you just reach into any storm drain and pull one out?
Or if I wait long enough to come up to the toilet.
Well, there's no toilet gators in North Dakota.
No, not North Dakota.
Yeah, gotta go back to Florida for that.
In Miami Vice, they had in the first episode they had "In the Air Tonight" by Phil Collins, which I think is one of the very few, if not the only TV show to ever sample it. Like they played the whole fucking song, and the scene was really good.
Caesar gun.
And they tricked you into watching the rest of the show because it literally starts with "In the Air Tonight."
I actually liked. Fuck, what was that band that covered that song? It was really good. It was a rock band.
Oh my god!
You know
I
who I'm thinking
exactly.
of.
I
It's
just
been
listened
covered
to
a
it too.
million
They had that
times.
song "Bullet" with a name on it.
It's not no
Non-point,
point.
non-point.
Oh, it is non-point.
Yeah, non-point. They actually, it's a really good cover. I actually like the non-point cover better than the original.
Speaking of covers that we enjoy, I feel like I shouldn't enjoy it, but I don't remember who sings it, but the Still Fly cover, the Punk Goes Pop one. Oh fuck, who is that? It's not Asking Alexandria.
Still
Hold
Fly?
on.
Not Soulfly.
Still Fly.
Still Fly. I don't think I've heard that.
It's not ringing a bell.
Well, the original song is by Big Timers. Devil Wears Prada covered it though for the.
All I can hear right now is King Gizzard. So sorry.
Hold on, I'll link it. I enjoyed Miami Vice a lot though. I'm very curious if hopefully they make it actually kind of decent. I do remember I was in the age of TV where they would just keep going until the show stopped making money. So I think there's like 11 fucking seasons of Miami Vice.
Yeah, there's
I
very
just
few shows
I don't want
that
them to make a joke
cut it when it
show
was
about
good.
it though.
Oh, it doesn't look like I'm watching the trailer now, the
Okay,
teaser
good.
now, and
Because
it
they've
looks
done that
pretty
with a
serious.
couple of the other shows that where they remade them, but they've kind of been campy and making fun of the original show. I don't like those.
Crockett got old, which I mean, it was from the. He wasn't. I think he was like 30 in the 80s, but the coolest
man.
parts about that show, I remember he drove that white Ferrari, the one that looked like the Corvette, and now in the trailer he's driving a newer white Ferrari. It's pretty wild.
It's weird now in this year, like even though and I don't think it's gonna be back to popular theater releases until at least later this year at the earliest probably, but it's so many movies. It's like, oh, this movie is supposed to go on theaters. It's going straight to on demand, and then you rent it for like $15 to $20, and that's how they make their money back. But not everyone's gonna do that because watching it at home on your TV or on your computer is just not really the same as going to the theater. But
I prefer streaming over the theater experience now.
really,
Yeah.
I still can't say that.
how?
I do
I-
streaming more, but I
because,
do
I
like
mean,
theater.
Unless you're going to a small theater with like-minded individuals who know to keep their fucking mouth shut and not bring their toddler to the movie, I can't tell you how many fucking movies I've been to over the past few years where fucking these parents let their kid, they treat the theater like it's a fucking Chuck E. Cheese, and it makes me furious.
Maybe
See, I'm
where
that guy, though. I
the-
stand
the
up and say
most,
something.
The most
if they're doing that.
egregious. You guys remember Saw, the horror movie series?
Yeah, I
when
actually
that was,
hated
like, a
those
big
because I
thing?
don't. I can't stand watching torture. I don't mind gore and violence. I just
all you need to
torture.
see is the first
Watching
two. Everything
torture
else sucks. Yeah, torture porn.
bugs
I
me.
get it.
And it's
I
the whole
went-
movie is that.
I went to see Saw 4, the fourth one. We went as a group. It was like a group date kind of thing. family fucking in front of me had like a 5 and a 7-year-old kid
At Saw?
at Saw.
That's
And the
ridiculous.
kids are
Why?
running up and down the aisle before the movie starts. You know, the trailers and the commercials are going. The kids are running up and down the aisle. They're making a scene. Thank God the theater manager comes in, and he somebody must have complained, because he walks over to this family and he's like, "You need to take your kids out of here. They cannot see this movie. Like, we'll either give you a refund," and they're sitting right in front of us, so we're hearing all of this. The manager says, "We'll either give you a refund or free tickets to a more kid appropriate movie." The wife got super pissed, and she's like, "How dare you talk to me that way? I'm a customer."
How
Like,
dare-
she was getting up in the manager's face. She was so pissed that he was asking her to leave. And the dad looked super embarrassed, and he's just kind of like, he's trying to wrangle the kids because he knows his wife is now making a scene, and he's just trying to get his kids and get out the door. He was like super embarrassed, but the wife was so mad that anyone would say she can't bring her children to Saw.
Because
Like,
you're
oh
questioning
my
her ability to
Yeah,
that
see
was
Karen
the
mode
worst
engaged.
I've ever seen. That was the most egregious
Yeah.
example of that I've ever seen. But yeah, all that to say, I have not had a very good theater experience for the last few years. So if I can stream it at home on my time, and I can have my snacks, and I can have my food, and I can control the lighting and the air conditioning, and I can pause and take a piss if I
Justin.
need to, streaming is fucking awesome.
No, okay, so
But you would have missed
I-
all the fun. That's
I
exactly right.
agree. Now, I probably have either had one, just the good luck, or maybe people up in redneck capital of the world just don't act like that. I don't know, because I have rarely had movie going experiences up here. Like, it's like 1 in 20 where there's something that's like, shut up. Like, most of the time, everyone just watch them. Yeah, the people, I mean, you can't, I'm excluding like the laughing when laughing is appropriate, but like, maybe someone will whisper over there. Like, it's whisper, it's quiet. It's not a big deal. There's never people going like, "Hey, did you?" You know, like. There's been a few times that people are just like
I've had
loudly
people
talking
full-on
while the
talking
movie's
on
going.
their
It's like,
cell
can you shut the
phones
fuck
during
up?
a movie.
But do you say something
But-
then, Manic, or not?
Fuck yeah, I say
Okay.
something every damn time.
Yeah,
God.
they're going to turn it off.
I will say
Ugh.
something
There's not
if
a
it
choice
goes
at that point.
if it's like a
I hate
one-off,
that,
like
yeah.
someone's like, "Hey," and they just like talk in a normal voice and they say one thing. It's like, but if they keep going and do it throughout the movie, it's like, "Hey," I'll tell them like, "Can you
Yeah.
be quiet?" And then they
I
usually
don't
are.
mind. I don't mind people like leaning over and whispering to each other.
I
Like,
don't mind that. Like,
No,
the sound of
but-
the movie's louder than that anyway, so I don't mind
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I don't. I'm not one that talks through movies, but like in like
That's
maybe
not
an
true. I've
hour and a
watched
half
the
to
movie
2
with
hour
you
long
before.
movie, there might be a couple times where I'm like, I'll say like one thing. It's
yeah.
I don't
No,
mind
Last
that,
time we tried to
but-
watch a movie here, we stopped. Matter of fact, we're supposed to watch it tonight too. We stopped it like 400 times. What do you mean? You talk constantly during movies.
It's
That's
different-
true. Well, but
It's
that was in a
different
show
if you're
where we were
watching.
doing it.
If you're
I'm-
watching, no, it's different if you're like watching
From my
a movie
experience,
with
y'all
your
motherfuckers talk
friends.
through the entire movie.
and like
We did.
because I will say there are certain contexts where talking during a movie is accepted and even
Rocky Horror
fun.
Picture Show.
Rocky Horror Picture Show, Neil Breen, any kind of like B movie where you're just there to like make fun of it and have a good time. Yeah, by all means, go nuts. But if you're in a fucking movie theater, keep your fucking mouth shut.
That's
I
fair.
did have subtitles on Rain, so that is a saving grace for me.
Subtitles, yeah. I
Oh,
love
by
watching
the
movies
way-
with subtitles.
Just because everyone wants to know.
Did you guys watch the show last week or no? I didn't miss a week. Never mind. I just missed the internet.
Last
for a
week,
Good Lord, I'm fucking
we
high.
only mentioned the after show, but last week we
I was here.
well, no, I know you.
I thought
were.
I was gone for a week, but I wasn't.
Yeah,
I
no.
just- I'm fucking.
So I
retarded.
bought the Chernobyl
Sorry.
series, and so last week we played episode 1 and
That
2.
looks good.
You never
Yeah.
watched it?
I've never seen it, but
dude, you should,
goddamn, it
because
looks so
we
good.
started watching it last week, so we're doing it on the Discord, the OpenCom's Discord. So if we do an after show for a little bit,
Yeah, we're
we'll
watching
do that.
the
But
show.
like after we're done with that, we will go to the Discord because I said last week we did episode 1 and 2. This week we're gonna do episode 3 and 4. Next week we'll do episode 5 and 6, and that's the show.
But okay, just put this in perspective though. We didn't start till like 1:30 in the
We
morning.
ran a long time, but
Because
I think we'll,
didn't get
I
off.
think we'll do
I
a
didn't get
shorter.
offline till 4:30.
Yeah, I think we'll do a shorter after show tonight. So I think we can start at a decent hour. So if you do want to watch Chernobyl,
You guys were much more
the
intoxicated
show,
last week.
we will put
That's
a
why.
link for the Discord. If you are not part of the Discord, we'll put a link in there, and then we'll just go into the channel and I'll stream it and we'll watch it there because that's a safe place to do it. Can't do that stuff on Twitch anymore. Yeah, hang in there, Bunny. 10 more minutes.
Are we losing Bunny?
Oh, you big pussy!
Oh, he's muted.
I can call him all I want then.
Oh, I think he might be doing fleet stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll
I
get
forgot I
you.
did the butt fucking button. Sorry.
Oh, the butt fucking button.
butt fucking.
No.
I'm going to go install that in my wife right now.
Push
No, I was like, you were saying you're
Push
gonna
it
give him a
multiple
link to the
times.
Discord,
Push
and
it
I'm like,
again, push it again.
Oh, I think
Oh,
I found. Wait, is it that
that's
button?
terrible.
Is it? I think it's.
I hate that a lot.
Oh, that one. That one's a good one.
Oh.
I think that's it. I think that's the one.
You're gonna kill him.
The Ricardo. I love the Ricardo flick. Hell yeah.
The entire purpose before y'all roasted me is I thought there was a link to the Discord in the Twitch panels, but
I think there is actually.
there is. I looked.
All right, so yeah, so if you guys don't go down below the Twitch screen to the panels, there should be a link to the Discord if you need it.
Is it the one that says Discord?
Probably.
Perhaps.
I bet it's that one.
Excellent.
I was scrolling through my Discords while you guys were talking about talking during movies, and apparently Mallory Archer from Archer died.
Yes, she did.
Damn.
Was it? She did voiced over another cartoon just at the same time, right? I can't think of it. What is it?
It was Arrested Development and Archer star.
The mom from Arrested Development.
Yeah, no. There's another cartoon she voices over too.
Oh, there's
Oh,
a couple.
she's done
She
a
did
lot.
of voice
Yeah,
work.
she does a
Well,
lot
this
of voice
plays
work.
now though, right? Isn't there one that's playing?
Yeah, because
She in
I remember
BoJack
hearing
Horseman?
her voice.
There
in
you
it.
go. That's it. BoJack Horseman.
BoJack Horseman.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, the dude who
That's
voices
fucking a great
Archer
show too.
is
Archer
in that
and
one
both of them are
too.
great shows. Partially great shows because of her. She's probably the second best character on Archer.
All of those, there's like it. I feel like there's a recurring like pool of actors that all do voice work for these quirky adult-oriented shows,
the
and
smart
they're all
ones.
and they're all awesome at it.
They really are. Yeah, I agree. And you know what? They're actually awesome actors too. If you
Yeah,
who they are, they're
They're
really
just-
good.
They're and it's like some of them are like classically trained in theater. God, yeah.
It's got
they're-
to me. You think it'd be fun for them
you,
to do,
you
right?
start hearing the same voices throughout these cartoons, and
She was
it's
in
like,
Miracle on Ice. The fuck?
what's Miracle on Ice?
You
About the '84.
you don't know the fuck Miracle on Ice is? That's the most American movie ever. It's the movie
I'm gonna
about
Google
them
it.
putting
Sorry.
together the Olympic hockey team to beat the Russians in the Cold War in the
That's
Olympics.
literally Cool Runnings, you moron.
How dare you?
That was funny, Mac.
What's
It's a
it
good
called?
movie.
Miracle on Ice.
Miracle on Ice. In terms of cheesy sports movies, it's
I've
up there with
literally
Remember the Titans.
Never heard it. 1981 TV movie.
Was it a TV movie?
There's two of them. There's a TV movie, then there's a theatrical movie too.
Oh, okay.
I only ever saw the theatrical one.
Kurt Russell, right?
I'm not
Wasn't
Jim
seeing.
wasn't he the
Craig.
coach?
I
I
just
looked up
her.
Miracle on Ice on IMDb, and the first thing in 1981, it was a TV movie.
I don't
Is the
think the
movie
title's
actually just
Miracle
called
on Ice.
Miracle?
It's just called Miracle.
Yeah, it is just called Miracle. That one's from 2004.
They've got Kurt Russell, right?
Kurt Russell, Herb
Yeah,
Brooks, Eddie.
It was really good. Really good movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Did you
set
watch the
in
Denver movie?
80s. Okay.
Manic, you forgot to watch the Denver movie, didn't you?
The what?
The Denver things to do when you're dead in Denver. You forgot to watch it, didn't you?
I did not watch it. God damn. I
knew
I know
you
why,
would.
because I closed all of my tabs. I had it up on my tabs and I
Oh.
closed them all out when I signed off
Tell
for the
you,
night.
you like all those actors. You'll like that movie. It's really good.
The entire reason I watch hockey to this day is because the week before the 2000 and think 13 or 14 Winter Olympics. What year was BSR? Was that 14?
15.
Before my
14
memory.
Olympics though, yeah.
Well, no, not before.
So
I was
whatever year
in
that was,
BTEC-R, but
I was
long-
deployed to, I say deployed in air quotes, to Kyrgyzstan, and we
2014.
watched Miracle on Ice, and then right after that was the Winter Olympics.
You watched
Where-
Miracle.
Yes, Miracle. So I watched Miracle, and then I watched then the Winter Olympics. What happened? And I watched the TJ Oshie win against the Russians in like a 6 or 7 round shootout, and that's the entire reason I'm a hockey fan today, is because watching that. So it was. I still own a TJ Oshie jersey, and I don't even like the Blues. I just don't know where it is.
I haven't watched hockey in a long ass time.
Wasn't
I-
it right whenever we were talking about the Seattle Bitch Pigeons?
well,
Wasn't the
no,
last time?
no.
I bought stickers.
That
Oh, I remember. Yes, I've never seen
next year they're going to be a team, I think. Now, the Kraken, but I still have the Bitch Pigeon stickers. I should bring some of those to NOLA in Vegas.
I
but
only got like 2, or it was
Is
either
there a team called the Kraken?
Yes,
it's going to be the
They're brand new.
Seattle Kraken. Is going to be
They're my
expansion?
favorite team.
So they,
Expansion
it should have
hockey
been the
team
Rain
in
City
Seattle.
Bitch Pigeons. I'm sorry.
I don't know. It was. I think it was after you stopped coming on the show, but November came on and he was talking about how there's this poll to name the Seattle NHL or the semi-pro team, and the top voted name was the Rain City Bitch Pigeons, and
Which was
obviously you can't-
making fun of the Seahawks. But yeah, I have.
Yeah.
These are the stickers right here. This is the logo they made. I have these.
Yeah, I want one
Bitch
so
pigeon.
And it's got like a rain slicker on.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah.
I ordered, like, they come in 2s, and I ordered
I
100
just
of
got
these
2, yeah.
stickers because I was gonna order like 10, but then I saw that if you
Best
ordered
name ever.
if you ordered
know, right?
100, you got a discount. So I was like, well, fucking why not? So I spent $30 more to get 100 stickers, and now I have a shitload of these stickers. I need to get
Bitch pigeons. I
Yeah.
love it.
But yeah, so Seattle have a hockey
Well,
team. But
I own the,
back in the day, I was a fan. I was a Buffalo Sabres fan because I was a huge fan of. I liked goalies because I
Italian
played some street
country.
hockey and I was a goalie and I never played hockey before. But like my friends, there was a friend of mine that played full on ice hockey and he had goalie pads and he would let me use them for the street hockey stuff. And I had watched hockey because a friend of mine was a big hockey fan. And so when I first started hanging out with these guys, their previous goalie, because they did like half court basketball style, but it was half court hockey, to where you had one goalie and you had 2 teams, and they would like one team would try to score, but if the other team took it and brought it back past the half line, now they were on offense, and the other team switched to defense. So as a goalie, you'd like make sure you know who was actually on offense and who was on defense based on who had brought it back last. And I was watching their previous goalie, and their previous goalie, he would just stand there and try to kick the because it's street hockey, so he used a ball, not a puck. But he would try to kick it and just like swat it with his stick, and he would just stand there. And I was like, "Where's the butterflies? Where's the dives? Where's the, because Patrick Waugh and Dominic Hasek were like my favorite goalies to watch. Hasek especially because the slinky spine meme and all that stuff, and I was like, I love that guy. And so that's why I was a Sabres fan for a long time. And then, so I was like, well, yeah, I'll try and play. I'll play goalie. So that guy went home because he had to leave. And then I put on the goalie gear. And I started diving all over the place, fucking doing it. And, like, no one could make a shot in. I was like, I've never played hockey before in my life. But, and then they basically replaced the other guy with me. They, like, told him, like, we don't need you anymore. We got a new goalie. So that was kind of fucked up. But
You're a usurper.
I usurped his goalie throne.
Usurper.
And instead of the scores at the end of the day being like 18-12, it was like 3-4. Because people couldn't actually score on me very well.
Fucking A, bro.
Fucking A.
Fun fact: oh man, I just looked at what team he belonged to. The Flames, old Flames goalie is the one who got his throat cut on the ice.
I saw a video of that. He lived though, right?
Yep. No,
Yeah.
So that's a wild story in itself.
That was the
His
one where
name's,
the
that
guy
was
came
Clint.
sliding in, his
That was
skates came up, and it came
years
in like,
ago.
and it was
Yeah,
just
so that was in '61.
blood all over
and
the
his
ice,
name
and the
was,
guy's like, "Get off!" Like, "Oh, pan away," or something like that.
Yeah. So his name is
Yeah.
Clint. I'm gonna fuck it up. Clint Malarchuk. And so he gets his throat cut on the ice, and they rush him back to the.
It's like
to the locker room.
arterial spray, like full
Yeah.
on, like
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
it cut
it
his,
was like the worst part you would want to get cut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and his life was saved by an old retired Vietnam combat medic. And so fast forward, he gets crippling PTSD because he got his fucking throat cut in front of his friends, family, and thousands of fans. And so he tries to kill himself with a .22 rifle, and it doesn't kill him. So after he dodged death twice, now he's a coach
damn.
and tells the story
I didn't
about
know- I didn't know that
about
last
the
part.
bounce back
didn't
from
know that last part,
PTSD
yeah.
and crippling injuries. It's a really interesting story if you read
Damn.
about it. But yeah, I only ever because I watched.
Is there a Netflix documentary?
There should be. The dude is
This
dude is
this
crazy,
sounds like
but
it should be a Netflix documentary.
yeah, if I have I'll link the article that I read, but it was yeah, it's one of the worst hockey injuries ever.
Yeah,
that's ever been on
I don't even
live
know
TV.
how. I can't even imagine how he survived because you literally see it, and he literally is like, and you just see like the ice.
The spray.
It just
yeah.
it's like literal like arterial spray, and it's like within like 5 seconds, there's a pool of blood like this, like 5 to 10 times the size of his head. It's like how the
Yeah, I have no
how they
idea.
stopped that kind of bleeding and got him to a hospital and saved him. I have no clue, but apparently
It's the
he did.
I
It's
forgot
crazy.
how they
Like,
said that guy
that's,
did it.
That's insane.
It's all because this dude was had extensive experience in treating combat injuries in Vietnam. Is literally the only
crazy.
reason that dude lived through it.
That's yeah.
And then like he talks about how the league kind of ignored. He's like, "Hey man, I almost died on the ice. I think I should probably talk to somebody about this." You know how like how football players like, "Wow, this is like my 7th concussion. Maybe I should stop playing football."
Right.
I'm like, "Nah, you're fine. Get back out there, champ." So the same kind of thing, but this was like the 70s, so there was definitely no concern for mental health at all. So the dude goes through and all this PTSD, and he can't play, and his performance on the ice starts to suffer. All this shit, and then yeah, just read the story. It's really good. But yeah, a dark world sports is sometimes.
Yeah. All right, so we're actually a few minutes past. We should do the final shots and final thoughts thing that we do. Why did the cameras just change positions? What just happened?
So
here?
we left.
No one left.
Did we lose?
No one
I'm
left.
still here.
It's just
Nobody
you and
left.
Manic swapped positions for some reason.
It's magic, dude. Don't be
That
fucking with
was
magic.
kind of
You know what?
weird.
That's cool. You can Copperfield me any day.
I don't know what I did. I'm just stepping off camera for 1 second.
All right, so shots final thought. Blazing, what do you got?
I actually have a positive shot. This isn't about furries or anything fucking gross like that.
Again, you mean?
Let me tab
Okay,
back
I-
over
Sorry, not to.
to make sure I don't fuck his name up. But another sinner, so this will be the second one, is engaged now, so he'll be getting married sometime this year. Barojo, member Original Sinners, just got engaged I think earlier this week. So shout out to you, bud. May you be long and
said
happy,
Broho?
unlike
It's-
myself. Yeah, Brojo.
Bro's getting married.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking A.
So that's my final shout.
Nice. Congrats, man.
Congratulations.
Dom, you next?
All right, so my shout out tonight is to whoever introduced me to Gilbert Godfrey reading 50 Shades of Grey.
That
It
was
is
me.
It's
fucking
been-
hilarious.
it's Blazing or Manic, yeah, one of the two.
It was
Thank
a bit
you.
Blazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what y'all should watch in the after show, by the way.
Well, I mean, the after show we'll just talk for a bit, but once we're done talking, we'll go.
Favorite quote
N-
ever is from
now,
that
now that
video.
we're done talking about Eve, we can talk about whatever we want.
Holy
Right.
fuck, is this wrong? But holy hell, is it erotic? Favorite line from that video.
All right. So now down to me. I'll just do a shot. I know you were actually saying it earlier in the show, Blazy, but I'll do a shot to CCP Swift. Congrats again on the new position. I hope he can show up next
Oh,
week,
yeah, I forgot. Damn it.
and we can mess around with him.
You know what? I'm going to take a shot to him, too.
You know, being one of
He's
the
a great
many,
guy.
one of
should
the
all
many
do a shot
PL hires that CCP has done. I mean, was it is Fozzie, Convict, and Elise? Are there more?
I'm always
Yes,
so
I
bad
believe
at
there are a
remembering
couple
who
Those
was
are the
who.
three I know, but
Carneros, he was
Was
CCP Zinfandel.
well, Carneros doesn't work for.
He was former CCP.
Former, yeah. He
Yeah,
was-
but
he
he's
was,
master. I'm
he's
saying
the
like people
who-
that were PL and went to CCP.
Oh, fuck PL. Eve.
Well, I
You're
mean,
missing the point.
if
You're
you-
missing the
yeah,
point here.
no,
Tom.
You're missing the point.
No,
Fuck
I know
you.
that there's been
You're missing
players
the
that have
point,
gone to
sir.
CCP. Like Rise was killed too, but he wasn't. I'm saying like Pandemic Legion players that got hired by CCP.
Who-
There was Elise or not.
How many of PL
There's Elise Convict
has
and
CCP
Fozzie
effectively
so far, as I
poached?
know. Yeah.
Oof.
CCP
Convict
is
is
just
for
poaching
no. Convict
PL
is
members.
banned Stroker. Convict was in
bastards.
PL.
CC poach.
See, this proves the CCP hates
Get
the
The
PL.
P,
They're trying
the
to take their
P
players
stands
away so
for
they fall
poach
apart.
PL. The P in CCP stands for poach PL.
Yeah.
That's the joke. That's
Wait,
my joke
okay,
of the
so
night,
Larrikin,
everybody. Good night.
Yeah, so Larrikin, I guess, was PL as well. Anyway, shots, and then Manic, you're up.
Larrikin's a cool guy. I'll do a shot to CCP
I'm not doing another shot.
Larrikin. I haven't seen him since like. Was he wasn't at 19? Was he at Vegas 18? I don't even think he was at Vegas 18. I don't think I've seen Larrikin since Vegas 17.
Is that 4 years ago?
Fucking A. Let's see. Final thoughts. I don't know. Moscow mules are good.
That's correct.
Fuck it.
That's very insightful. I like it, Manic. That's good.
You know, let's not complicate things.
Keep it simple. Keep it rolling.
Keep it simple.
Remember, get your $69 donations in.
$69 donation.
Oh, we had more. We had another one.
Get your vaccine.
Shit, we missed. Okay, we missed another one. 2, I think, actually.
Who was it?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
No, it does. Hold on.
We'll wait for clarification, then we'll go. I was gonna say because it doesn't because
Doesn't say how
No,
to say.
we got one from Sudicon. The last one was from Sudicon.
okay.
$69.
Suzukon was the last
So
one.
we 3 short or 4 short?
We're 5 short, I think.
5 short.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
It's okay.
If we were 4 short, then
we're
we could
not
all just do
gonna,
it again.
We're not
and
going to
be
give
there.
people shit for not
Yeah, you
donating.
can't.
We're
yeah,
not
yeah,
going to
no,
do that.
no.
I am.
Thank you
I just
for
did.
donating. You
Not
don't
gonna do that.
We're not gonna shut on people for not donating. But anyway, we're out for the week. We'll catch you guys next week. Thanks for tuning
Peace.
in, and take it easy. We'll be back in a little bit for the after show.
Love you.
Peace. Oh wait, no, later, bitches.
Bye.
That's what I was supposed to say. Fucking A.
Later, bitches.